Altavista High School. It's time for Colonels basketball. The Altavista Colonels on 105.5 KD Country. I am Kyle Haney. Probably a special guest color commentator will be joining me later on. It's the Altavista Colonels taking on the Appomattox Raiders, and we're so glad that you could join us wherever you are. The gym is pretty full, so if you're on your way down, you may want to get here in not a big hurry, but the warm-up session for the varsity game has just started. Strange ending to the junior varsity game. We don't normally talk a whole lot about the JV games other than to say the result, but I think later on as the Subway pregame show rolls on, we're going to have to discuss what happened at the end of the JV game because, like I said, it was a little strange. 34-32 Appomattox junior varsity team getting the victory. Let's transition over to the big boys. The Altavista Colonels got a win 58-37 last night over to the Chatham Cavaliers. You heard that all live on 105.5 KD Country. Appomattox, well, their squad was down in Ringgold taking on the Dan River Wildcats. Wildcats had a 10 or 12-point lead at halftime and then pulled away in the second half. If you think back to the last time these two ball clubs played, that being Appomattox and Altavista, well, that was one of the finest games we've seen all year. 54-51, Colonels got the win late. They were up one. Appomattox got the basketball back with about 35 seconds left. Colonels played a full 30 seconds of great defense. Nelson Dews poked the basketball away. Josh McClure came up with a steal at the end. Appomattox fouled with about 4 seconds left. Colonels had to inbound. They did just that. They threw it in the front court, and Michi Malback ended up streaking in for a layup as time expired for the three-point victory margin. So this one surely has some compelling storylines. Not only that game a few weeks ago in Appomattox that was so close, but just the fact that these two teams really are getting into the stretch drive. Less than a week of regular season basketball left to play for both ball clubs. Sure to be exciting. The Subway pregame show, always exciting. So glad that you could join us here. I had Flat Teaser Friday yesterday, so I decided it should be Sandwich Saturday. Foot-long turkey, American cheese, lettuce, pickles, banana peppers. And I'm telling you, the secret, you get the Southwest sauce, then you throw a little Tony's on there afterwards. It makes your sub to die for, that's for sure. Let's hear from the head coach, Mike Cardellaro. I got a chance to catch up with him before the game. He'll talk about last night. He'll talk about last time against Appo. And he'll talk about tonight against the Raiders as well. It's Appomattox. It's Altavista. You've got yourself a ringside seat on 105.5 KD Country.
Unfortunately, I have some bad news.
How bad is it, Doctor?
We've done all we can. Your heat pump's not gonna make it.
Oh, no.
Honey, it's going to be okay. We'll call Select Air Mechanical and Electrical, 332-2600. With over 60 years experience, they'll have us comfortable again in no time.
I recommend Select Air to all my patients. Call 332-2600 or visit selectairmechanical.com. They can handle all your home comfort needs, and they're an authorized trained dealer. It's hard to stop a train.
No one knows trucks like we know trucks. Come see us and you'll agree. From small to tall, we've got it all. Highview Motors, GMC. Come on in. Bring the family. See your friends at Highview Motors. Highview Motors, GMC. From small to tall, we've got it all. Highview Motors, GMC.
Does it seem that most stores don't care about good service these days? Well, at English's Building Supply, good service is still the king. They greet me with a smile, help me select the highest quality Glidden paint, provide expert color matching, and even carry my paint to the car. They help me get the job done right and make it last. At English's Building Supply, the customer is still king. English's Hardware and Building Supply, North Main Street, Altavista.
Your high school sports station with award-winning coverage on 105.5 KD Country.
Subway pregame show returns. My guest, as usual, is the head coach, Mike Cardellaro. Coach C, you get the big win over Chatham last night on the senior night festivities. We got that out of the way early this year, and you guys gave them a lot of problems inside with your size and outside, too, for that matter. Michi hit some threes to get you off to a hot start, and boy, in the second half, you even picked up the intensity that much more.
Well, we did. We missed a lot of shots in the paint in the first half of that game, and that kind of takes away from your energy defensively. And, quite honestly, at halftime, I told the guys it felt like Chatham had outplayed us. Michi was big. Michi hit 4 threes, played really good defensively, and he kind of put us on his shoulders and got us through the tough times. And we had some spurts in the second half that kind of extended the lead. But, we talked. Every game's different. And this game was way different than Wednesday night with Brookville. I thought we were a lot fresher, had a lot more energy going. And part of it is probably the third game of the week, and part of it is senior night. You never know how that's going to happen.
Yeah, every game has a different feel, a different rhythm. Last night was kind of funky at times. We talked about Chancellor Mormon on the pregame show last night. Another guy very similar to him coming off the bench for you is Mateo Malbeck. Does a lot of the same things his brother does, but he's a crafty player and a very good player in his own right.
Yeah, he is, and we're searching on the bench. We need minutes off the bench. We need to build a little confidence with those guys. They're the younger guys, and it's going to come. It's going to happen. And Mateo did some good stuff last night. Chancellor's a good defender. We got to get Josh and Nelson kind of back into the mix. They were starting for the longest time, and now you got 2 seniors, Donnie, who stepped in and started. Of course, Demetrius back, and it's kind of knocked them off their stride a little bit, and they've got to get adjusted to coming off the bench and still being productive.
Yeah, it's interesting. That brings me to a thought. With Demetrius back, the minutes were kind of set there for a while. He comes back, then you have the 4-game week. How much do you think about the minutes before the game, about, hey, I want to play this guy that much and this guy that much, or do you just kind of fly by the seat of your pants? I know you have some idea, but talk us through that thought process maybe.
Well, we've never had a 4-game week, and that's a concern, and we talked about it Monday at practice and going into the Nelson game Tuesday night up there. What would we be like on Saturday? And a big part of that is these guys taking care of themselves and getting a rest. But with that being said, it's hard to dictate minutes. You hope that there's a chance to rest some people, and you hope you get productive minutes off the bench. And, we've tried to work it in there, but we're trying to get Demetrius back in the swing of things, too. But probably looking back in the 3 games so far this week, we were hoping we'd probably get a little bit more off the bench than what we had. But, tonight's a new night, and we'll see how it goes.
Talking with the head coach of the Altavista Colonels, Mike Cardellaro. Let's transition over to the Appomattox Raiders. Seems like a little less than 2 weeks ago you went up to Appomattox. You had to hold on for dear life. You got a 3-point win. It was a fun ball game from a broadcaster's perspective, but I know it gave you a few more gray hairs.
Yeah, absolutely. We jumped on them early, and then they came back and really got on us at the end of halfway through the first quarter and half. And really, we were on our heels most of the night. I thought they attacked the offensive boards really hard, and that's what we've talked about tonight. They got a big 4 lineup of juniors. It kind of, in a way, reminds me of the kids that we have as seniors right now: Morgan, Henderson, Page, and Perkins. They're big kids at 6'1" to 6'3". They're physical, and they can play the game. They're good. We probably played our best defensive possession down there on the last one when it counted the most. And then we slipped Michi out on a long run on the side out of bounds to seal the game. So they're very good. They've got a very good team, and we're going to be in a battle with them tonight. We got to keep those guys off the glass.
Yeah, their athleticism and their physicality probably only matched by Dan River, and they can probably equal that at times. So what can you change other than, like you said, keeping them off the glass? Do you have some new wrinkles, or is it just a question of doing what you always do, just doing it better?
No, it's not any new wrinkles here. We've got to be able to block out, and we didn't do it there. So we'll be hammering that again tonight and see what happens. And defensively, we were not real good down there, but got to give them credit. I thought they ran their offense really well. So got to be more efficient defensively, and we got to check them off the glass.
Well, not going to be an easy task. The shout-outs, on the other hand, are normally pretty easy and normally pretty fun. Let's fire away.
All right, Saturday night shout-outs to my dad, who had the opportunity to come watch us play last night, and he's listening in at home for his home in Buena Vista. William Kerr and his family are listening also, Ann and Chris in Maryland. Minnie has been very faithful listening in Orlando, Florida. Micah up in Northern Virginia, Manassas. Sarah Swanson are always at home games, and Glenn and Linda Miller from Miller's Jewelry are listening in. So I think that's the list. We've gotten a little consistent with that. If anybody wants to add to it, please let us know.
Fourth game in a 4-game week. We knew we'd get here eventually, Coach. Tip off in about 10 minutes on 105.5 KD Country.
For more than 103 years, we've offered special banking assistance to many nonprofit organizations. I'm Kathy Morgan with First National Bank, and we have a checking account just for nonprofits and faith-based organizations that has no minimum balance requirement and no monthly maintenance fee. We also specialize in offering financing when your group needs a loan. So come see us at First National Bank, and we'll provide your organization with an extraordinary customer experience. First National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
It's cold in here. Will your heating system keep you warm this winter, or will you spend a cold evening shivering under the covers? Have your heating system inspected today by Tyree Little's Heating and Cooling. Kent Tyree has over 20 years experience and specializes in heating, air, plumbing, and electrical. Licensed and bonded. Call for an appointment today. 309-2266. 309-2266. Tyree Little's Heating and Cooling.
We're back at Bug Motors on Highway 29, 3 miles south of the Lynchburg Airport. We're talking with Joe, one of the owners at Bug Motors.
Hey, thanks, Dave. You know, here at Bug Motors, we take our customer service as our highest priority. That's why we have our ASE certified master technicians go through every vehicle before it hits the lot, making sure we can deliver our highest quality product to the public. We not only want to take care of the customer beforehand, but for the years to come as well. And remember, you can buy a car anywhere, but you can only buy us here at Bug Motors. Visit bugmotors.com for more information.
Now back to the action with Colonel Sports on 105.5 KD Country.
Subway pregame show returns once again from Altavista High School. Fourth game in a 4-game week. Last 3 of them have been at home. It was Brookville Wednesday at home, Chatham last night. And then here, the Appomattox Raiders. Colonels come into the ball game at 14-3. And again, you heard the win over Chatham last night. Another good defensive effort. Hard to top the defensive effort that the Colonels put forth against Brookville on Wednesday. They held Brookville to 24 points. And that's a high-flying, very talented, very offensively exceptional Brookville B squad. They held them to 24 points. Last night, Chatham gets in 37, but the Colonels still with the 21-point win, 58-37. Michi Malback had 15, got off to the hot start from behind the three-point arc. Juan Thornhill had 10. Demetrius Johnson had 12. Darius Johnson had 16. And some other guys pitched in 2 and 1 points for the Altavista Colonels. Nice team effort defensively. I mentioned Appomattox was on the road at Dan River last night. The Wildcats get a 20-point win over the Appomattox Raiders. Appomattox could only muster up about 10 in the first half, and Coach Travis Cottrell said our defense was pretty good too, but I was worried when we only scored 10. I mean, it's just hard to get any kind of offensive flow going against that very good Dan River Wildcat defense. So maybe defense will be the theme again tonight. It's 2 very good defensive teams. It's 2 very good basketball teams in general. The Raiders really, as you heard in the pregame show conversation with Coach Mike Cardellaro, Raiders really had the Colonels on the ropes for a while. Appomattox scored from inside. They scored from out. They're a very athletic club. Buster Henderson is a junior, number 20. He does a little bit of everything. He's second among public school players in the area in rebounding, second only to Darius Johnson. So, Buster Henderson's a guy that can get on the glass. He can score as well. He's not quite as big as the Johnson brothers, but very athletic. He's a football player, too, a great linebacker and wide receiver. Markel Morgan was a big impact player up there at Appomattox. Matt Page, a junior. And, again, Coach Cardellaro mentioned in the pregame interview that this Raider ball club has a big 4, much like the Colonel's big 4, except Appomattox's group of 4 is just juniors. And that's 3 of the guys that I mentioned, Henderson, Morgan, and Page. The other guy that Coach Cardellaro talked about is Perkins. I'm not sure he's here tonight. Didn't see him warming up. Maybe injured, maybe sick. Try and catch up with head coach Travis Cottrell. Next chance that I get, of course, pregame show time on the Subway pregame show running out. And the Simple 6 menu from Subway is something that you need to get in on before it expires as well. Don't know when they're going to take it away, but it might not last forever. The Simple 6 menu at Subway. Value made simple every day. Choose from our best 6-inch sandwiches, a bag of chips, 21-ounce drink for just $6. That's the Simple Six menu at Subway. And in Altavista, you've got 2 great locations, the Main Street location and also in the Walmart on the Clarion Road. I'm going to step on the Clarion Road, excuse me. I'm going to step aside for just a moment. I'm going to try and wrangle up my special guest color commentator. Then I'm going to talk a little bit about that JV game because I promised I'd mention that wild finish. And then, before you know it, it'll be time for the starting lineups and then the tip-off between the Appomattox Raiders and the Altavista Colonels, the only place that you can hear high school basketball on these local airwaves. You better hurry up and know that it's 105.5 KD Country.
In the market for a new Chevrolet? Fellers Chevrolet.
FellersDirect.com.
For a huge selection of new Chevrolets and pre-owned vehicles, it's Fellers Chevrolet.
FellersDirect.com.
FellersDirect.com. Selection. Convenience. Fellers Chevrolet.
Fellers Chevrolet.
Always open and only a click away.
FellersDirect.com.
A short travel save you money. Fellers Chevrolet.
In Altavista.
Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving family since 1905. Personal, memorable memorial moments, celebrating life and more. Pre-arrangements with confidence, trust and care from our family to yours. Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving family since 1905.
Your home for Colonel sports coverage. 105.5 KD Country.
Subway pregame show returns. Don't forget your chance to win with Subway. You got to like KD Country on Facebook. At some point tonight, we're going to give you the code word. You post that code word to the KD Country Facebook, and you got a chance to win a foot-long meal deal courtesy of Subway's in Altavista. We may do that at the Subway halftime show today. We've been reserving that for the post-game show. But today, we may just throw it in the Subway halftime show. We're going to have another special guest at halftime, and I'll keep it under wraps for right now, maybe reveal that in the second quarter. It's one of those Colonel seniors that had the National Signing Day festivities on Wednesday. Okay, the junior varsity game. Appomattox gets a 34-32 win. It was very strange. Altavista had a 6-point lead with about a minute left. Raiders hit a couple threes. They cut the lead to 2, and then a free throw opportunity came up for Appomattox with 5.4 seconds left. Missed the free throws. They got the rebound after a little bit of a loose ball, stuck it back up and in to tie, but it was around that time that everybody noticed the clock wasn't running. Altavista actually got the ball back and ran down and had a shot of their own. That didn't go in. That shot probably occurred, at the 7 or 8 second mark. Appomattox came down and hit a buzzer beater when the buzzer actually sounded, but it was, a full 5 or 6 seconds after the buzzer should have sounded. Referees got together. Now, the points to tie definitely happened within the 5.4 seconds that was originally on the clock. I can say that with certainty, but the points that Appomattox got to win did not come within that. But the referees got together. They discussed it. It's a scoreboard malfunction, and they said, you pretty much just got to go with it. He said the buzzer went off. He got the shot up before the buzzer went in, so we've got to count it. We don't have the benefit of instant replay, so we can't go back and see, well, how much time should there have been this or that. So the play stands, and Appomattox ends up getting the win. Obviously, the Altavista fans and players were not particularly happy because of the scoreboard malfunction. And this is a packed gym. I don't want to say this gym is antsy or has any kind of negative vibes or anything, but you never like to see your team lose, and then when it happens in such a fashion there where the clock won't start, makes it even a little bit worse. So the fans here are a little bit on edge, let's put it that way, and Appomattox does have a good cheering section of their own. They were obviously pretty happy and pretty pleased with the results, but I guess we got to put it in the past. I don't know what the right answer is. I think maybe they got it right by the letter of the rule book. Now in college or the NBA, as I said, they'd go back and look at the instant replay and see, well, how much time is supposed to be on the clock. We're about out of time for the Subway pregame show because the national anthem is right around the corner. Before we head to break, let me tell you to download the KD Country Reached app, REACHT. It's a very fun, interactive app that allows you to join the conversation with us and allows you to win some great free stuff. Rochelle Coughlin won a $100 gift card. We only need a few more members before we give away another $100 gift card. So check it out. The Reached app, REACHT. It's more than just a $100 gift card, too. There's a lot of other great things you can win on there, movie tickets, all sorts of good stuff. National anthem time here from Altavista High School. Raiders in town taking on the Colonels. You're going to hear it all live on 105.5 KD Country.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical Virginia high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too.
Brought to you by English Construction Company with offices in Lynchburg.
Our thanks to these members of the KD Country Sports Club.
El Cerrito in Altavista. Throw on a sombrero. Shake your maracas. It's El Cerrito time. Authentic Mexican cuisine only at El Cerrito.
Robertson Auto Sales, Lynchburg. Dealers with a passion for great quality pre-owned vehicles. We love cars and trucks, and it shows in our inventory.
Aubrey Rosser, attorney at law, going above and beyond the courtroom. Your choice for any and all legal advice. Serving Altavista, Lynchburg, and Roanoke areas.
One Stop Mart, Main Street, Altavista, where the gas is cheap, beverages are cold, and the chicken is kicking.
Mad Biddy's Antiques, 105 Wood Lane, just off of Main Street. Come find what you didn't know you were looking for.
Dairy Free, serving ice cream, yogurt, fries, hamburger, hot dogs, and fresh chili since 1961 from their Main Street location.
Your station for high school sports play-by-play is 105.5 KD Country.
We are back here from Altavista High School as the lights go out. The lights aren't going to go out for long, though. It's all part of the pregame festivities here. And now they got some glow-in-the-dark glow sticks in the crowd. Boy, they just up the ante every time here at Altavista for the pregame show. Great scene. You got to take it in person if you get the chance. The lights go out. One lone spotlight on Nelson Dews around the basket, and then everybody in the crowd's got the glow sticks that you would see at the old school discotheque. But this is fun right here. The music plays. The crowd is going to get loud, and while they do that, you could probably hear it right there. While they do that, our game is sponsored by the First National Bank, focused on providing an extraordinary customer experience. Bug Motors, over 40 cars and trucks in stock, minutes south of the airport on Route 29. Select Air, Mechanical, and Electrical, your authorized train dealer. It's hard to stop a train. Finch & Finch Funeral and Cremation Services, a family serving families since 1905. Feller Chevrolet, a short drive will save you money. English Building Supply, your complete home center and your Glidden Paint headquarters. Tyree Little's Heating and Cooling, keeping you cool in the summer, warm in the winter, and comfortable in between. Highview Motors GMC, from small to tall, Highview has it all. English Construction, wishing our high school athletes an exciting and injury-free game. Your live internet broadcast at kdcountry.com or with the TuneIn app is brought to you by Chris Owen, your All-State agent in Lynchburg. Get a quote from Chris Owen today. Basketball fans are always in good hands with Chris Owen. This is, of course, the Subway pregame show. Make sure you eat fresh and make sure you go to mysubwaycard.com as the My Subway Rewards card is changing a bit. You don't want to get left out, and you'll get 50 free points just for signing up. Starting lineups are out there for both ball clubs. I'll get you the Altavista starters in just 1 second. Let me get you the Appomattox starters as they are going to go with. My special guest is joining me as well. I'm going to let him put on the headset here. Appomattox is going to go with number 2, Deshae Wilson. Number 3, Devin Dews. Number 12, Khalil McCoy. Number 20, Buster Henderson. And number 21, Markel Morgan. Check that. They're going to go with number 22, Matt Page. I am joined by Ty Gafford, principal here at Altavista High School. And let me also introduce your basketball background, Mr. Gafford. You took the Heritage Lady Pioneers to the state tournament. What was that, 99, 2000?
It's been a long time ago, but yeah, 98, I think it was. We were state runner-up. Yep.
Yeah, so this man
26 and 2, but I don't remember.
He's already got the good punchlines going. And, of course, you were assistant coach for Dan Stevens for a long time, so you're very used to the principal thing. We got to get you back into the basketball thing. I don't think it'll be too tough. Yeah. Let's also mention you're an Appomattox graduate. So, a special interest in this game.
Yeah, a little special interest there. Our uniforms never looked this good. They were a little shorter.
You guys did wear the shorts back then.
That's right.
I don't know what year that was. I don't know if it was the Bob
90
year or not.
Bob Hudson.
Oh, okay. Bob Hudson. Nice.
Yep.
Appomattox is in the road blues. White Raiders with the silver number. Tip-off will go in the backcourt, and the Colonels control it. Altavista in the home whites. Their starting lineup, number 2, Juan Thornhill. Number 20, Chancellor Mormon. Number 5, Demetrius Johnson. And number 3, Donovan Montague. Appomattox in the man-to-man defense, and they got a steal right away. Devin Dews picks off Juan Thornhill's pass around midcourt. Mormon almost got a steal, and now he does. Mormon going up the near sideline. Colonel's going right to left. Feeds it to Juan at the free throw line. Juan, extra bounce pass to Demetrius. They're going to whistle Demetrius with the travel.
Probably one too many extra passes there, and then you want to, once you get that steal past that hash mark, you want to get it to the basket as soon as you can. And once that lane gets clogged up, everybody running back, you got to go ahead and put that ball up toward the rim.
Appomattox did do a good job to recover and get back. 7:22 left to play in the Select Air first quarter. Still no score. This is Morgan at the free throw line. Spin move, guarded by Montague. Montague and Darius got a piece of the shot and altered it. Wouldn't go down, and the Altavista Colonels will bring it up far sideline in the hands of Juan Thornhill. Mormon lost the handle. A hot pass from
Bad
Juan.
Turnover there.
And here comes
Going the other way.
Appomattox up and in. That's number 22, Matt Page. Count the bucket. Appomattox starts off the scoring here. 2-0 early lead.
Yeah.
6:55.
I think we got to settle down with the ball a little bit. I think we're a little nervous right now.
Yeah,
Hopefully settle into a rhythm here in just a few.
How much do you think the big crowd affects that?
Well, I think our kids maybe aren't as affected by it as much, but I mean, you never know what goes through a kid's mind, and they look up there, and then we got it's pretty packed in here tonight, so that may factor into it, absolutely.
Thornhill, jump shot from 16 feet, a little too strong. Montague runs down the offensive rebound for the Colonels.
You got to let that adrenaline wear off. Once that first couple of minutes, you let that adrenaline wear off, and hopefully get your legs under and settle into a rhythm.
Yeah, I know what you mean. The Colonels seem like they should be a little bit more used to that, at least this stage of the game. But you're only human. I mean, Jack Nicklaus won all those majors, and he said he still got nervous.
If you're not nervous on the first tee, there's something wrong. Same thing with playing a basketball
That's
game.
right. First substitution of the game is Michi Malbeck checking in for Chancellor Mormon. 6:08 left to play in the Select Air first quarter. It's a 2-0 Appomattox lead. Colonels will inbound near sideline in the front court. Thornhill to do the honors. Couple screens go on. They shovel it down in the left-hand corner to Malbeck. Malbeck, finds a streaking Montague, but Monty couldn't handle it, and Michi has to race it down and recover it. Colonels still have it. Under 6 minutes to play in the quarter. Juan driving, cut off at the edge of the paint. Jump shot up too strong, and it's rebounded by the Appomattox Raiders.
Appomattox doing a good job right now making us take some tough shots. There's a hand in the face. They're challenging every shot. And we're not getting really any clean looks at the basket. So
Raiders
hopefully we can rectify that here.
Oh, Montague with the swat. He blocked it away from Morgan, and then he commits the foul on Buster Henderson.
Yeah, and as a coach, you're okay with that. That's hustle, That's going after it, so I can live with that one.
Yeah, first one on Donovan Montague. First one on the Colonels as a team. 5:36 left to play in the first quarter. It's a 2-0 Appomattox lead. Raiders are going to substitute for the first time. Devin Graves into the ball game. On the court right now for the Colonels. The brothers Johnson, Darius and Demetrius, Donovan Montague, Michi Malbeck, and Juan Thornhill. Appomattox having to work a little bit to get it inbounds. Henderson grabs it and then just hands it off to Matt Page. Matt Page is a 6'2", 6'3" guard, and he's very effective out there. Foul in the corner right in front of us.
I was just thinking about that. You're exactly right, Michi, with the reach in, but they're long and athletic and got a little size to them. So good matchups out there on the floor.
Yeah, this combination of size and athleticism really only matched by Dan River.
Right.
At least in our area anyway, for sure.
I absolutely agree with that. They don't have the big lane clogger like Dan River does, that's for sure. But, yeah, they got good size, that's for sure.
Appomattox gets an inbounds. Devin Dews guarded by Michi Malbeck. They get it into Khalil McCoy, and that's swatted away. And he is fouled. He's going to go to the free throw stripe to shoot 2. Foul comes with 5:21 left to play in the Select Air first quarter, and it's the second foul on Donovan Montague.
Yeah, that one was a little closer. I don't know. It didn't look like there was a lot of body there. May have got him on the arm or wrist or something up top, but down low is clean. So Donnie's got a couple quick ones.
Yeah, and you're going to see Josh McClure come in for Donovan Montague. McClure was going to come in at some point in this first quarter anyway, we suspect, but the foul trouble for Donnie probably made Josh get out there that much quicker. Dimitri's going to run down a loose ball rebound and does so. Nice save along the baseline.
All right, great
good job to find McClure there. Colonels have it in the front court. Josh McClure has it right wing, down in right corner. It goes to Demetrius Johnson. Back out up top to Josh McClure. McClure moving to his left. Exchange play. Now Thornhill has it. It's a 3-0 Appomattox lead. 5 minutes left to play in the first. Demetrius muscling his way to the hoop, and they're going to call a traveling violation on number 5 for the Altavista Colonels.
Yeah, good job of moving the ball around the perimeter. Demetrius tries to take it to the hole, but one extra step. Looks like when he tried to stop. So another turnover.
Full court man-to-man defense. Michi Malbeck not letting Devin Dews get it into the front court. He has to throw it in the front court. Travis Cottrell took the timeout because he was afraid the Raiders were about to lose the ball. Let's take the timeout with them. Appomattox up 3-0. 4:50 left to play in the first quarter on 105.5 KD Country.
No one knows trucks like we know trucks. Come see us and you'll agree. From small to tall, we've got it all. Highview Motors, GMC. Come on in. Bring the family. See your friends at Highview Motors, GMC. From small to tall, we've got it all. Highview Motors, GMC.
Here's more award-winning high school sports with Kyle and Oscar on 105.5 KD Country.
Well, Kyle's here, but Oscar isn't here. We've traded up. We got Ty Gafford in a one-player deal there, but Oscar Briggs will be back before you.
Yeah, can't replace Oscar. I would say that my headset's it's not fitting real good.
Oh, no. I think I get the reference there. You're saying Oscar might have a big head.
It's just a little larger than I'm used to. I don't know.
Oh, that's pretty funny. Having a good time here. I don't think the Colonel fans are really having the best of time.
No, we got to get on the board here.
Still early, 4:50 left to play. Pull-up jumper from the baseline by Devin Dews. A little too strong for the Raiders, and it's rebounded by Juan Thornhill.
Deep, I meet you there, challenge the shot, good rebound. Colonel's off and running. We got to get up the floor and maybe not play against the set defense as much. They've done a good job of running back and getting everybody in the lane and making us make some passes. So
Oscar and I talked about that in the first Appomattox game. Raiders look like they're playing more defense this year than they have in years past, particularly in the half-court set. Juan driving, leaves it off for Darius Johnson. Shot won't go. Tip in by Demetrius won't go. Demetrius has got the loose ball back, sticks that one up from the left side. That won't go. Darius has it in the middle of the lane. Fadeaway jumper from 10 won't go. Wow, 5 rebound finally controlled by Appomattox.
I think that little gremlin's up there knocking it off right now. And it's, some good looks there. Kids battling hard in the paint, trying to get a stick back, and just won't go in.
Malbeck skies up for the rebound on the defensive end. It was Devin Graves' jump shot that wouldn't go, and Michi really did a nice job to get up in the middle of the lane and grab the rebound. He's fouled on the way down. That's the first foul on Buster Henderson, first foul on Appomattox. We're over halfway through the Select Air first quarter, and the Colonels have not scored yet. It's a 3-0 Appomattox lead.
Yeah.
Hard to remember the last time I can say the Colonels went half a quarter without scoring.
Absolutely. Has not been our normal method of operation, that's for sure. Hopefully we can get on the scratch here in just a second.
We got it left wing to Malbeck. He'll toe the three-point line. No good. Long rebound controlled by Matt Page and the Appomattox Raiders. 3:30 left to play. They get it up quickly to Chandler Harvey. Harvey picks up his dribble. He's stuck just inside the three-point line looking for help. He's got it to Page. Page drives middle of the lane. Dumps off to Henderson in the far corner. Jump shot too strong. Rebounded by Michi Malbeck again. Michi up ahead very quickly to McClure. McClure with the bucket. Great job by Josh McClure running the floor.
Long rebound off the jump shot. Pass won't beat the ball up the floor. Michi made a great pass to to Josh, and Josh finished it off. There we go.
Great court vision by Malbeck to find him, and a good finish and running the floor there by McClure. Appomattox still up 1. Harvey in trouble again. He finds Matt Page. Page will sink the three-pointer. Thought it might have been a long two, but Matt Page scored.
Got to get a hand out there and contest that. Get a hand up on that shooter.
6-2. Appomattox up 4. Nelson Dews ready to check in at the next dead ball for the Altavista Colonels.
Yeah.
Ball back, lob pass down low to Darius Johnson. Johnson left side of the bucket. Count that one.
Good job there, reversing the basketball. Appomattox playing some slumping man-to-man. They got a guy help side, backside, anticipating that entry pass, and got to make that guy move and guard somebody. And we did that time, and able to get a layup.
Henderson lost the handle. Demetrius Johnson got a piece of it, but it went out of bounds off the Colonels. And here is the aforementioned Nelson Dews. He'll come in for Demetrius on the court right now.
Nelson may be in to stretch the floor a little bit. He can maybe hit 3 and kind of widen things out a little bit, maybe get a little bit more working room in there for Juan and the big guys.
Yeah, I hesitate to call Nelson Dews a three-point specialist because he can do a lot of other things, but he can certainly dial long distance when the call is needed. 6-4. Appomattox leads, and they have the basketball. Here's Matt Page, left wing, guarded by Nelson Dews. Dews is inside the three-point line. Page wants to try a pull-up three. He's got it. Matt Page has 8 of the Appomattox Raiders' 9 points tonight.
Got to get to him sooner now. He looks like he's got a little confidence going. He's setting his feet and releasing it with good confidence. So they've got to crowd him a little bit, make him put the ball in the hole, going to the basket.
Special emphasis will be paid to Matt Page, I'm sure. Colonel's basketball. Dews has it. He wants to try in 3. Little too strong. Rebounded by Darius Johnson on the left side of the post. Turn away jumper. Won't go. Thornhill thought about the dunk put back rebound, but couldn't pull it in.
Yeah, always tough to come in and shoot 3 as the first shot. You know, you're just not loose yet. Hadn't got the sweat going, and 3 balls.
Page, Page driving. He had it swatted away. Markel Morgan got it back, and now he will head to the free throw line as he is fouled.
Again, testament to the Raiders. It look like they're outworking center paint a little bit right now. You know, they getting every loose ball. They're winning some 50 balls, and they're scrapping and hanging in there. Doing a good job.
I ask you something here, Mr. Gafford. That free throw no good. Scoreboard says 9-5. I thought the Colonels only had 4. I've got the 2-pointer for Darius and the 2-pointer for McClure. We haven't shot any free throws.
No, there we go. We just switched it back.
Okay.
All right. 4. Yep. Absolutely.
Got it straight. Now, I mentioned in the pregame about the strange ending to the junior varsity game. We don't normally talk about the JV games a lot, but I felt like that one was worth noting on the airway.
Yeah, a little questionable there at the end of the game. Didn't start the clock, and JV team took a tough loss right there at the end of the game.
Yep.
But, same time, you got to make free throws, too.
Yeah.
Hey, that Max did a good job of managing the clock, fouling, and if you make a few free throws, it's a moot point.
Yeah, Appomattox did a lot of things down the stretch nicely there. Colonels have the basketball in the front court. It's a 10-4 Appomattox lead. Thornhill's going to do the honors on the inbound play here. He's got it along the baseline, but sort of in the corner. He'll throw it into Nelson Dews up the near sideline. Now they get it middle of the court to McClure. Malbeck, right wing, driving up and under lay-in, won't go. Buster Henderson there on the rebound. That was highly contested. And the Raiders with the 6-point lead will try and extend it. We're down to 60 seconds left to play. Buster Henderson for 3. Too strong. Oh, Nelson Dews had the rebound, but lost it.
Had it in his hand, couldn't grab it. Down on the defensive end right now, it looks like Appomattox just a minute keeping everybody inside the 3-point line, stopping penetration, and boxing out.
Inbound play coming for the Raiders here after the Colonels could not handle the rebound.
No.
They bounce it in, right side of the paint to Graves. Graves sends it back in the corner to Harvey. Harvey will just run all the way across the baseline to the other side of the paint.
Got to find him.
3-pointer by Matt Page is good.
You got to find him right now. You have absolutely got to find him.
This young man is on fire. 3 3-pointers, a field goal from the 2-point variety to go with it, and Matt Page has 11. The Appomattox Raiders have 13. Colonels down 9 with 34 seconds left to play in the quarter.
It's funny. It's a phenomenon that I think that goes sometimes unexplained, but sometimes when kids' rhythms get off, the biological clocks get off, not used to a Saturday game sometimes, you're not in school. Big shot there by Josh McClure. Kind of pump some life into the Colonels right now.
3-pointer there by McClure from the left wing. Raiders are going to have 10 seconds to work with here on the clock. This is Harvey driving to just left of center, beyond the 3-point line. Down to 3 seconds. Down to 2. 1. Henderson got off a runner, but he took too many steps. The Colonels are going to have 0.4 seconds left, and we've seen this before. I have a thought that we're going to see Thornhill maybe streak to the basket. Somebody will throw it up near the rim for him. They'll try and tap it in, but actually Juan's going to do the honors on the inbound.
I don't think 0.4, it's got to be a tap in.
Yeah.
Can it be a shot? This may be I think it has to be a tap in. Well, no, it doesn't look like we're going to get anything towards the end, so it may just be a...
Michi, man, they held the hand up like it might have gone, but anyway, It didn't go in. It was a little short. It was on target, but just too short. 13-7. Good quarter for the Appomattox Raiders. Second quarter on the way when you come back to 105.5 KD Country.
My friends call me the perfectionist, but English's Building Supply, my neighborhood Glidden paint dealer, they greet me by name. You see, I like to get things exactly right, especially when it comes to my painting projects. So I'm at English's Building Supply a lot, whether it's mixing the perfect Glidden paint for my project or offering great incentives. They do business just the way I like it, perfectly. English's on North Main Street, Altavista.
More live high school sports action on 105.5 KD Country.
Saturday night basketball from Altavista High School. The Appomattox Raiders in town and treating their hosts rather rudely with the 13-7 lead. I shouldn't say that. That's the name of the game, right? You come down to win the ball game. What do you think about that first quarter?
Great first quarter by Appomattox. Colonels didn't score very well. And, when you're on the road, get on the road. And when you're on the road, the goal is to make the home crowd go quiet. And Appomattox did that for a good chunk of that first quarter. So, Colonels maybe got to pick it up defensively a little bit and start to make some baskets.
Yeah, Colonels haven't been bad on the glass. I don't think that's the problem. It is just can't really convert any of those buckets.
Don't know what the shoot percentage was in the first quarter, but I guarantee you it was not very high.
Yeah, they had that one exchange there where they had at least 4 chances inside of 5 feet and couldn't cash in. Now, granted, they were contested chances.
Absolutely.
I mean, they weren't just wide open looks.
Right.
Matt Page will bring it into the front court for Appomattox. He's guarded by Juan Thornhill. You can see Juan is all over him like an ugly sweater.
Yeah, you'll see my guess is you'll see the intensity level pick up here on the defensive end. Bad shot there, force a bad shot, and that's before we go. So, hard times when you're not scoring on offensive end, you got to move your feet better on defense.
Ball back, 3 ball, too strong. Demetrius has the rebound, right-hand post. That shot won't go in. That was contested there. A couple Colonel fans wanted a foul. 13-7, Altavista trailing. 7:22 left to play in the Select Air second quarter. Matt Page will bring it up now. He's guarded by Michi Malbeck. Maybe that's the game plan. Switch some guys off on him, give him some different looks.
Yep, absolutely. Michi's trying to wear him down, make the legs go a little bit. Michi's quickness probably should give him some problems. And rotate guys on him, keep him fresh, and make him have to work for everything he gets.
Page's three-pointer wouldn't go, and Malbeck did get a hand in the face nicely on the closeout. Juan's going to take a little bit of the air out of the ball, sends it to Darius Johnson, middle of the court. Now over to brother Demetrius. In the corner it goes to Thornhill. That's the near sideline for us. Colonel's going right to left from our perspective in this half.
Right. Surprised that, 22 for the Raiders, guarding Hodges. Is it Hodges?
22 is Matt Page.
Page.
Yeah.
Surprised Page is guarding Juan down here on the defensive end. That's a pretty tough defensive assignment. Obviously one of their better athletes, but you certainly would think that maybe they would try and get him on somebody and maybe he wouldn't have to work as hard.
Offensive rebound by Demetrius Johnson. He shovels it to brother Darius, and Darius converts from the left side there, 13-9.
Good offensive rebound, and brothers Johnson sharing the basketball with each other. I'm going to do that at home.
Exactly. Must have practiced that one out in the driveway somewhere. Great combination there. McClure's got a steal, and he threw it off of a Raider player. Nice job, and a good hustle play by Josh McClure to get the Colonels a turnover there.
Great play by Josh there. Going out of bounds, throwing it off a Raider player. Colonel ball. Good hustle.
13-9. Altavista trailing, but looking better here at the start of the second quarter. We're 6:07 left to play until halftime. Donovan Montague will be my special halftime guest. It's a pre-recorded interview, though. Still be in the locker room. Thornhill to the bucket, and he is fouled.
I was a little worried there. He's going to miss the halftime talk.
No. Donnie won't miss that. Thornhill will not miss a chance to go to the free throw line to convert the old-fashioned three-point play.
Absolutely. Using athletic ability to get to the hole after the shot a little bit, got hit, and I'm not surprised that he absorbed the contact and made the bucket.
No kidding. Free throw stays up on the cylinder a long time, but finally strolls on down the net. 13-12. Colonels only trail by 1 now. Full court man-to-man pressure.
Absolutely. A little trap there, trying to get the pace up a little bit maybe, force a bad pass, get a little transition. Bail him out with a foul, though. You can't bail him out with a foul. Got to make him make that next pass.
Thornhill got Khalil McCoy on the wrist. And I'd say about 5 or 6 seconds of that 10-second clock had gone by.
Close.
Appomattox will get to reset it. They're still in the backcourt here. They'll inbound on the far sideline. They get
Page
into
is out of the game, so you got one of your offensive threats, Appomattox, sitting over there on the sideline right now.
Malback guarding Devin Dews very tightly. Now they've got it to, this is Chase Mayberry on the other side. Here's a steal by Thornhill. He's got a look coming down the left side of the lane. Left-hand layup is good, and he is fouled by Buster Henderson. I think the Raiders expected him to maybe dunk, and Juan said, well, I'll just use the left-hand finish.
Well, I was getting ready to say just that. A lot of times those are finished with him swooping in there and hammering that thing home, but great play by him, switch it over his left hand and get the contact again. So
that's par for the course for Juan Thornhill. That's how crafty he is. This free throw, no good. Tried to track down his own rebound, but couldn't. That was the second foul on Buster Henderson, fourth one on Appomattox as a team. Raiders have it right in front of us with Chase Mayberry. Hands it off to Markel Morgan. He lost it. Here's Demetrius Johnson on the steal. Demetrius going down the left side. Now to the right. Count the basket. Nice little reverse lay-in for Demetrius Johnson.
Job by the big guy. Absolutely.
Timeout on the court. Travis Cottrell from the Raiders doesn't like what he sees. His team all of a sudden trailing by 3. 16-13, 5:17 left to play in the second quarter on 105.5 KD Country.
This is 100% convenient mobile banking with local First National Bank.
With our FirstNet mobile app, you can securely check balances, make deposits, pay bills, transfer money, and much more.
It's easy to use, and we even have a video demo on our website at firstnetbk.com.
And it's free, so search FirstNet mobile app and download it for free today.
Remember, banking from anywhere, anytime will help you bring home more bacon.
First National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Back to the press box for high school sports on 105.5 KD Country.
16-13. It seemed like just moments ago the Altavista Colonels were down a bunch. Now they lead by 3. This one's shaping up to be the real deal, Mr. Gafford. I think we got a fun one on our hands.
Yeah,
tonight.
I tell you, Raiders have hung tough, had the lead. Colonels battled back. Good defense has got them back in the game now, scoring. And, I think you're right. Everything remains the same. I think we're going to be in for a very exciting game the rest of the way.
Appomattox has used 2 timeouts already. Altavista with the full complement of timeouts to choose from. 16-13. Colonels lead by 3. Colonels are going to show that full court man-to-man pressure again here. Appomattox is going to travel the length of the court. They throw it into Buster Henderson at the free throw line extended. Now back to Morgan. They're still in the backcourt, and the Colonels are making him work hard. Devin Dews will finally break the timeline. Now they'll get to the edge of the paint, stop, retreat, pull it back out. Morgan, top of the key. Down low, he finds McCoy. That's blocked away by Darius Johnson. Nice play by Darius, and then McCoy commits the foul afterwards, trying to get it back.
Absolutely great timing by Darius to time that right when it's leaving the shooter's hand. Sometimes your shot blockers want to get it when it's still in their hand. Looked like you let the ball leave his hand, then got it. So frustration foul there by the Appomattox Raiders.
Darius with 24 blocks coming into the game. That far and away leads the team.
Yeah.
And, only going to extend that.
Well, I don't know if you guys keep the stats, how many they alter, too, but I'm sure that would be a pretty significant number as well.
I don't know. We're going to have to hire some kind of an unpaid intern for that.
I can't count that high. I'm a history teacher by trade.
Thornhill pump fakes a couple threes, now sends it between the circles to Michi Malback. Michi down on the right wing to Darius Johnson. Darius about 2 feet behind it. Michi will drive now. Chest pass over to Thornhill. Back and forth between Malback and Thornhill. Now Nelson Dews gets in on the act. 16-13. Colonels up 3.
We're not sending the cutter through. Now Raiders are in man.
Thornhill the drive to the rim.
There might have been a little zone there playing that slumping man still, but Juan gets the lane to the basket and is able to finish over top of everyone.
Yeah, Juan very quickly to the rim there.
Yeah.
It's hard for a color commentator to get his thoughts in there when Thornhill is in the court.
You got to be right on it.
Colonels up 5 now. They hand it off to Chase Mayberry. This is the Appomattox Raiders basketball. Henderson trying to weave through traffic. Too much body there by Darius Johnson.
Yeah, didn't move his feet. Just stepped late and stepped the hip out there. So hate to see your big guy pick a foul up that far away from the basket. And I know that the Colonel defense is predicated on extending that pressure, but sometimes you rather your big guys pick a foul up in the lane rather than 40 feet away from the basket.
6-team foul on the Colonels. So the next one will put the Raiders in the bonus, and we're just over halfway through the Select Air second quarter. It's a 5-point Colonel lead. Mayberry will bring it into the front court for the Raiders. Now down in the corner. They got it on the other side of Devin Dews. Devin Dews.
Yeah.
Right wing, no good. Bounced over the backboard. That's a violation. So
Yeah,
basketball
even though
for
it didn't make the
Colonels.
shot, good driving kick. Suck the defense to you in the middle of the lane, kick it out the other side, and got a standstill, wide open shot. Didn't go in.
Tell you, Travis Cottrell, the Raiders head coach, not afraid to send the whole bench out there, the kitchen sink and
Yeah,
more. I mean, they
right.
play 10 guys, and
Absolutely.
they're all really good. I can see why they play 10
Well,
guys.
and I think they're just trying to keep the pace, too, because I think, you worry about guys wearing down late in the game or whatever. So he's done a good job with substitution pattern right now.
Thornhill hands it to Malbeck. Here comes the lob play. Juan
great play
bats
by
it
Juan.
over to Darius Johnson.
Yeah.
Now Darius off the right side glass and in.
Great
Good
play
job
by Juan there.
Yep.
Couldn't catch the alley-oop clean, tap it over to his buddy, and able to finish.
Such a smart play. Looked
Great
like a little volleyball spike. Page in the
Absolutely.
middle of the lane. Won't go down. Rebounded by guess who? Juan Thornhill. Up ahead to Demetrius Johnson. Johnson lay in. He took too many steps.
Yeah. Couldn't get his feet right. Didn't time it right. One too many. Great look up the floor, though, again, trying to get out in transition.
Yep, 20-13. Colonels lead by 7. Josh McClure has checked into the ball game. He joins Thornhill, Nelson Dews, Michi Malbeck, and Demetrius Johnson. On the court right now for the Raiders. It's number 3, Devin Dews bringing it up. Chase Mayberry, Devin Graves, Markel Morgan, and missing one. It's Matt Page is the other one. Morgan has it now, working against Josh McClure. Now they got it over to Page. Page pump fakes a 3. Right elbow, 14-foot jump shot. Too strong. Look at the rebound.
Great rebound by
Pure
Demetrius
by
right there.
Demetrius.
Very
Yep.
strong rebound. 2 good ball fakes, got a good look, but Demetrius going up and securing that rebound like a man.
Thornhill, long pull-up Jay, won't go. McClure saves it in, and Demetrius has it right side of the lane. Demetrius, power move inside of the basket, and they're going to call a traveling violation.
Yeah, something with his feet. What a great play by Josh to extend the play. And, just looked like he moved his foot.
Colonel crowd coming alive to voice their displeasure. I think it's just the fact that it's been a couple travels called on Demetrius.
Yeah, and when there's contact, it's questionable.
Sure.
I think Demetrius probably looked like he was trying to initiate some of that contact. And sometimes when guys try and do that, they do drag that foot a little bit.
Well, I think you'll agree with me here as Devin Dews having a little trouble with the basketball over to Graves Mayberry. I think you'll agree with me. Officials have done a pretty outstanding job in this game so far.
Absolutely.
Not an easy task they have either.
No, and the pace is moving pretty good, too. So.
Morgan used the right elbow a little bit to get some space. Wouldn't go down. Darius Johnson with the rebound. Thornhill will bring it up with 2 minutes to play in the half. Malbeck got hit hard on the layup. No call there. So
Meach turned. He didn't go up strong, shoulder square. When you turn your body like that, a lot of times you're not going to get that call.
Page, 3-ball won't go in. Lit on the basket for Appomattox here in this second quarter.
It's been a while since they have scored.
They haven't scored in the quarter.
They haven't scored in the quarter. There you go.
Page, pump fake, middle of the lane, bounces off to Graves. Now Devin Dews is going to try a 3. Back iron, no good. Offensive board, though. Morgan with the jump shot.
Taking a lot of jump shots, and you know the old adage, baby. You live by it, you die by it. So, they're not going in there for most of the quarter and just able to get one to go down, but taking a lot of long jump shots.
First points of the quarter comes with 1:32 left to play in the quarter.
And kudos to the Colonel defense, too. They picked it up defensively on this end and forced a lot of those jump shots.
Yeah, they have. Timeout on the court right now. We'll keep it right here. I think that was probably the message after the first quarter by Coach C.
I would say that was probably the adjustment. Yes, absolutely. Let's get into them a little bit here and make them have to shoot the ball from the outside and quit letting the ball in the paint.
It's a 5-point lead for the Altavista Colonels right now. It was 13-7 at the end of the first. It's 20-15 now the other way. Colonels trailed after 1. They lead by 5 now. So do the math on that. It was a 13-0 run for a while. It's still a 13-2 run. And changes for the Colonels. They've got Demetrius Johnson back out there. Malbeck is off. Demetrius joins McClure, Darius Johnson, Juan Thornhill, and Nelson Dews. Nelson will bounce it inbounds to Juan Thornhill. Juan's just going to jog it up. Not even a jog. He's just going to walk it in the front court very slowly. Might be a 2-3 zone now for Appomattox.
Yeah, it looked like he's giving us a true zone look now, and I think Charlie's trying to stop some of the penetration, maybe force us into some jump shots, and hopefully get the rebound. But, you got two of your better shooters out there with Nelson and Josh. So, wouldn't be surprised maybe we see one go up from the wing.
McClure and Dews on the opposite wings.
Still got to penetrate. Still got to try and screen that zone. Get in the gaps. Create some space for your shooter.
Thornhill attempted to drive, but he was cut off. Backs it out after a little relief valve from Nelson. Nelson Dews, 3 ball is good. Nelson Dews.
On cue. I'm about to tell him I queued him up on that one. That was good.
Nelson Dews for 3 from the right wing.
Good ball movement, had his feet set, and good stroke.
Extending the lead for the Colonels. 23-15. They're up. Appomattox basketball. Here's Matt Page. He was the hot hand in the first quarter for Appomattox.
Yeah, he's cooled off. Took a couple shots here. They hadn't gone in the last little bit, so I think the defense certainly has had something to do with that.
Down to 28. Henderson looking for somewhere to go. He finds Morgan. Morgan to the right post, off the window and in. Good job by Markel Morgan on
Strong
the drive.
move to the hole, took the contact. If he does not play football, he's missing a good chance. He's a big, strong looking player.
Yeah, no kidding. Football, rugby, something like that. He's got the only 4 points of the quarter for Appomattox. Down to 7 seconds. Thornhill's going to take his time here before running the play.
Time here.
Demetrius, right wing. Nelson Dews again at the buzzer. Back iron, no good. That would have been really big if that went down.
Big shot there right before the half.
We've played 2 quarters of basketball. We're going to bring it back here for the Subway halftime show, and then we'll hear from our special guest. Altavista up 23-17 over Appomattox. You're hearing it all live on 105.5 KD Country.
It's cold in here. Will your heating system keep you warm this winter, or will you spend a cold evening shivering under the covers? Have your heating system inspected today by Tyree Littles Heating and Cooling. Kent Tyree has over 20 years experience and specializes in heating, air, plumbing, and electrical. Licensed and bonded. Call for an appointment today. 309-2266. 309-2266. Tyree Littles Heating and Cooling.
We're back at Bug Motors on Highway 29, 3 miles south of the Lynchburg Airport. We're talking with Joe, one of the owners at Bug Motors.
Hey, thanks, Dave. Here at Bug Motors, we take our customer service as our highest priority. That's why we have our ASE certified master technicians go through every vehicle before it hits the lot, making sure we can deliver our highest quality product to the public. We not only want to take care of the customer beforehand, but for the years to come as well. And remember, you can buy a car anywhere, but you can only buy us here at Bug Motors. Visit bugmotors.com for more information.
English Construction Company has been in the building business since 1909, so it's only natural that they appreciate the building process. They recognize the fact that organized sports programs build character as well as bodies and minds. They know that high school sports build our youth into more well-rounded and more productive adults. English Construction Company is proud to be a sponsor of high school sports and salute all athletes, coaches, and teachers. A word of praise and encouragement from English Construction Company with offices in Lynchburg.
Your high school sports station with award-winning coverage on 105.5 KD Country.
Subway halftime show is on here from Altavista High School. It's a 23-17 Colonel lead. If you joined us late, you've missed some really good basketball. 13-7 Appomattox after one. Then the Colonels had a great quarter, 16-4. They win that second quarter. They hold Appomattox to just 4 points, and they've been doing that a lot in this 4-game week, holding teams to single digits in a quarter. They had Brookville held to 3 points in one quarter, 2 points in another. So this Altavista defense, pretty impressive when they turn it on and get after you like they have been. My special guest, Ty Gafford, has stepped away for a moment, but I got another special guest. I caught up with Donovan Montague, senior basketball player for the Altavista Colonels. Also one of those guys that signed the national letter of intent on Wednesday, going to go to UVA at Wise. I asked him about football, asked him about basketball, and it's a pretty good interview here. I think you're going to enjoy it. Donnie's a funny guy, humble guy, and pretty sharp as well. So we'll step aside and take a quick time out and then bring it back and hear the Colonel conversations with Donovan Montague. Altavista, they're on top by 6 over Appomattox, 23-17 on 105.5 KD Country.
Unfortunately, I have some bad news.
How bad is it, Doctor?
We've done all we can. Your heat pump's not gonna make it.
Oh, no.
Honey, it's going to be okay. We'll call Select Air Mechanical and Electrical, 332-2600. With over 60 years experience, they'll have us comfortable again in no time.
I recommend Select Air to all my patients. Call 332-2600 or visit selectairmechanical.com. They can handle all your home comfort needs, and they're an authorized trained dealer. It's hard to stop a train.
A short drive will save you money. In the market for a new Chevrolet? Fellers Chevrolet.
FellersDirect.com.
For a huge selection of new Chevrolets and pre-owned vehicles, it's Fellers Chevrolet.
FellersDirect.com.
FellersDirect.com. Selection. Convenience. Fellers Chevrolet.
Fellers Chevrolet.
Always open and only a click away.
FellersDirect.com.
A short drive will save you money. Fellers Chevrolet in Altavista.
Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving family since 1905.
Personal, memorable memorial moments, celebrating life and more.
Pre-arrangements with confidence.
Trust and care from our family to yours. Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service.
A family serving family since 1905.
Now back to the action with Colonel Sports on 105.5 KD Country.
Subway halftime show returns. We'll call this Colonel Conversations. We're joined first by senior Donovan Montague. And Donnie, before we get to basketball real quick, let's talk about the football season, back-to-back state championships. Describe some of the emotions out there when you guys finally wrapped up the victory.
It was like we had 13 seniors on our team, so it was like a great way to go out with each other to win the big game. And I mean, you couldn't have wrote it down any better.
Yeah, I would agree with that wholeheartedly. Let's shift gears to the hardwood now. Your first time playing for the Altavista Colonels. I mean, are you just sitting around watching NBA and NCAA games all your whole life, and you decide, let me give that a shot, or what? Give us the backstory here.
At first, I was just going to play with my friends, didn't have anything else to do. But then I started to like it, and then I started to get better, and it's still a work in progress, but I think we're doing some good things on the basketball court.
Yeah, if it's a work in progress, it's a pretty good work in progress. All year we've been impressed with your basketball IQ. I mean, you were a basketball fan before this, right?
Oh, yes, sir. I also played like travel basketball with some team called the Altavista Flames, and that helped me out a lot. If I didn't play with them before, I would have no clue what I'm doing.
Well, you got the size, 6'5", I say 6'6" with the hair. I mean, you let that hair grow a little bit more, you're up to 6'7" by the state tournament. I mean, am I right or what?
Well, I would say about 6'4", but height definitely helps me.
Well, you're a humble guy, we can tell that. Let's go rapid fire questions right now. Who's the funniest guy on the team?
Dimitri Movac.
All right, that seems pretty simple. Who's the best shooter on the team?
I would say between Dimitri and Nelson, dudes.
What's a one word to describe Juan Thornhill? Or can you do it in one word?
Electrifying.
I like that. That's a good word. All right, one word to describe Coach Mike Cardellaro.
Coach Mike Cardellaro, motivational. I would say motivational.
That's pretty deep right there. All right, enough with the rapid fire. You're going to UVA Wise next year to play football. Tell us about that, and have they given you any indication about what position they might want you to play?
I went up there to visit on Saturday, and it was a great campus. Kind of reminded me of Altavista, really small, and they want me to play some linebacker, so I'm going to go down there, see what I can do on gridiron, and just have some fun.
Well, you're pretty scary roaming around out there at linebacker. Donovan, thanks a lot. We'll get back to the game right after this on KD Country.
No one knows trucks like we know trucks. Come see us and you'll agree. From small to tall, we've got it all. Highview Motors, GMC. Come on in. Bring the family, see your friends at Highview Motors, GMC. From small to tall, we've got it all. Highview Motors, GMC.
Does it seem that most stores don't care about good service these days? Well, at English's Building Supply, good service is still the king. They greet me with a smile, help me select the highest quality Glidden paint, provide expert color matching, and even carry my paint to the car. They help me get the job done right and make it last. At English's Building Supply, the customer is still king. English's Hardware and Building Supply, North Main Street, Altavista.
Your home for Colonel sports coverage. 105.5 KD Country.
I am Kyle Haney. He is Ty Gafford. Ty Gafford's on the radio. Alert the media. Well, we are the media. Alert the puppy pack.
Everybody run away. Alert the puppy pack. Exactly right. Big shout out to my boys at London Dam.
Yeah. We just heard from Donovan Montague there, Coach Gafford. I'll call you Coach Gafford.
Yeah,
Not that
I'm
far
good with
removed
that.
from your coaching career.
Always consider it a compliment.
Did you have any players step in as seniors like Donovan Montague has without having much experience?
No,
and be disaffected?
I thought about that back in my coaching time, and no, I had kids that were pretty much in my program for a great deal of time. You may have a kid that didn't play as much or something,
Sure,
come in their senior year and do a great job for you, but no one that hadn't been in the program at all and then stepped right in there. So.
Well, the thing,
done a great job.
Yeah, if there's anybody that can do it, it's Montague. I mean, he's got, I said, 6'5", 6'6" with the hair, and you could tell from the interview how smart he is. I'm kind of glad he's out there because he might take our job
He could
over
very
here.
easily. Donnie's one of those kids. Whatever he decides to do, whatever it is going to be down the road, he's going to be good at it. And very, very intelligent, great young man, very personable, and. Yes, if he wanted to come over here and take at least my portion of this, he would have no problems doing that.
Let me give you some halftime scoring numbers here as the Colonels lead 23-7. 1 point from Khalil McCoy, the Appomattox Raiders. Markel Morgan had 5, and Matt Page had 11. That's it as far as scoring for Appomattox goes. For the Colonels, Juan Thornhill had 10. Demetrius Johnson had 2. Darius had 6. Nelson Dews with 3. And Josh McClure with 5. Low-scoring affair here, 23-17. Like I said, I believe your UVA Cavs were up 24-13 at half.
24-13. Cavs, obviously, the tackle line defense having its impact on the Louisville Cardinals.
No kidding. The scores might end up being pretty similar. Colonels have it.
Somebody's going to maybe score a touchdown and win there at the end, maybe.
Maybe an extra point might be all you need.
Exactly right.
Malback has it left wing for Altavista. Bounces it far corner to Thornhill. Up left of center to Michi Malback. Michi Malback will fire for 3. No good, and the basketball nearly came into the laps.
Yeah, I don't know if I was fair to take the charge there or not.
Not for Buster Henderson.
No,
Got a full head of steam coming at us.
That would have hurt tremendously. But jump shot by Michi coming out right in the half there, long 3, and again, got to get in the rhythm a little bit.
Colonels will inbound on the baseline right here in front of us. Thornhill a mere 7 feet away. Bounces it into Demetrius Johnson. Johnson looking for some help. He'll hand it off behind him to Thornhill. Juan trying to go into the post to Darius Johnson.
Yeah,
Darius having a good battle with McCoy.
Absolutely. Doing a good job of denying that right now and trying to get our big guys rooted out of there and make a post too far away from the basket.
Yep. Johnson catches about 15 feet away. Back to the bucket. Working for some space. He'll lob it back out on the perimeter to Michi Malback. Demetrius Johnson now. Thornhill, baseline. Oh, nice leave off for Darius Johnson. Darius is fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. All came from the dribble penetration there from Josh McClure, and he just bounced it off inside.
Absolutely.
Darius.
Great job by Josh to penetrate baseline and drop it off. Again, ball went from one side of the floor to the other side of the floor. When you play that slump and D, you got to make that defense move. That's what they did. Josh comes baseline, drops it off, and let's see if we can get these 2 free throws in.
Johnson will toe the free throw line. Not many free throws shot by either ball club. Juan is 1 for 2 for Altavista, and Altavista is 1 for 2. So.
Got to bend the knees. We're not bending our knees on a free throw. You got to make that ball go over that rim.
Colonel's moving left to right this half.
A little better.
That one does go down. So Darius 1 for 2 that trip. 24-17. Colonel's on top. Page will bring it up far sideline. Henderson now along the baseline. Cut off by Juan Thornhill. Appomattox basketball. This is Matt Page. Spins around momentarily, looking for space. He's guarded by Demetrius Johnson. Colonels nearly had a steal. They got the Buster Henderson.
And the Raiders are at a point now where I think they're at that critical moment in the game. If they don't either make a little run here or hang around, and it could not go well for them. And, that's coming out of halftime. That's a very important thing.
Morgan inside, 3-footer wouldn't go. McClure there for the tie-up with Morgan. It's a jump ball. Possession arrow showing Appomattox. So Raider basketball with 6:38 left to play in the Select Air third quarter, 24-17. Altavista on top. Raiders the inbound. This is Page. They'll do the honors. Goes it into Morgan, left side block. Now Morgan moves to the middle of the paint. Shot will fall down.
There's that big guy again in the middle. He's got good hands down there, and he's like you said, rugged. So
Yeah.
he's taking a hit, and he's laying that thing in there.
He's rugged, but he's got the good soft touch when he shoots the ball to the hoop. 24-19, Colonel's on top now. Thornhill, left wing. He's about 5 feet beyond the arc, working against Devin Dews. Now they've got it in the hands of Michi Malback on the court right now for the Colonels. Malback, Thornhill, both Johnson brothers, Demetrius and Darius, and Josh McClure. Thornhill faked like he was going back to the perimeter, shot up from 5 feet, blocked away. Appomattox will bring it up far sideline
Good
now.
job by the Raiders. They're not being fooled by Juan's move. Stayed at home and forced him into a tough shot.
This is Khalil McCoy. Sends it to Matt Page, left wing. Page back to Morgan, left of center. Now Buster Henderson has it right wing. Good ball movement here by Appomattox. Head fake by Page. Tried to fire up the three. Tried to draw some contact, too. Shot wouldn't go. Next shot wouldn't go. And then you're going to get an offensive foul. Too much body contact, as I believe it was Markel Morgan clearing out there with the elbow in the arm.
Yeah, said, one of the sisters there said he might have hooked our guy. Raiders showing good patience on offense, moving the ball around, maybe trying to get somebody out of position. So
It's impressive that they are showing the patience, Mr. Gafford, because when you only score 4 points in a quarter like they did in the second quarter, I think the general tendency is to panic a little
One
bit.
speed up because you're not scoring. You're seeing the scoreboard kind of move on you a little bit, but you're right, exactly. And they have done a great job of staying patient, really running their offense. And I think they have the pace of the game where they want it right now, to be honest with you.
10-footer from the left side of the paint by Demetrius Johnson wouldn't fall. Here comes Morgan from the right wing. No, that's Matt Page, and Page won't let us forget it. That three ball is in from the right wing.
Lost him in transition. He got his feet set, and right now it seems as if when you get your feet set with that fella, he is going to make it.
Timeout on the floor. Mike Cardellaro wants to take one. We'll take it, too. Colonel's lead has been trimmed to 2. 5:01 left to play in the third quarter on 105.5 KD Country.
Businesses today are often focused on keeping their costs down, and we can help. I'm Daniel Wheeler with First National Bank, and we have a long history of offering cost-efficient business accounts. Today, we have a wide range of low-cost accounts for any size business. So just ask us about our business economy checking, small business interest checking, or other smart accounts. For progressive business banking, First National Bank will help you with an extraordinary customer experience. First National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Your station for high school sports play-by-play is 105.5 KD Country.
24-22, the Altavista Colonels lead. You're listening to Colonels basketball on WKDE 105.5 Altavista Lynchburg. Music fans, the Honky Tonk Jukebox will be on right after us. Regular start time at 8, going to get pushed back a little bit for this one. We're almost halfway through the third quarter, so sit tight and listen to some really exciting basketball. Malback has it now to Montague, middle of the court between the circles. Left wing, it's back to Michi Malback. I think it's his own defense again, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Looks like it's a little zone there. They've done a good job of mixing it up and slumping off. Got Darius there for pinning the guy on his back, spinning his elbow. And I think that has definitely been the method of operation tonight, is try to get our big guys frustrated about posting up and being physical with them. So
yeah, it worked right there. Darius' second foul. He'll come out for a breather. So will Montague. So a little bit of a smaller lineup on the court right now. They sub Nelson Dews and Josh McClure in. I'd say it's a three-point shooting lineup, though.
Yeah, a little bit more
well.
scoring on the floor. Again, I think it's a situation where maybe trying to stretch the floor a little bit and get some more operating room.
24-22. Colonels lead by 2. Buster Henderson now left wing.
I think you got to get out in transition when they can, opportunistic when they're running. Because I can tell you, Max is digging in offensively, and when they do, it's tough. Here we go.
Demetrius with the long rebound at the free throw line, all the other way. One-man fast break, and he's fouled. Demetrius with the bucket, the hoop, and the harm. Great job by Demetrius. You talked about getting it out in transition.
Sometimes
that's one way to do it.
your best offense is your best defense. You get a steal, a long rebound, or something off a bad shot, and you got to get out just because you don't want that defense to have to set. Coach in Syracuse, some people may know him, has made his livelihood on the fact that if I can get back and set my defense, you're going to have a hard time. And, that's sometimes you don't want to play against those kind of defense.
Sure, free throw no good, but Thornhill skied up for the rebound inside the paint there for the Colonels, and the Altavista offense will reset and go to work. They're up 4. Another foul here, and it's on another Johnson. This time it's Demetrius Johnson working too much with the arms. You can use the body for position.
Well, they're calling it tight down there right now, and, our kids are going to have to adjust. That didn't look like there was much there, but they've been banging around all night long.
Yeah, might have been the Lifetime Achievement Award foul there.
I think there might have been.
Raiders up.
Golden Globe, they call it, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Raiders into the front court now. They trail by 4. 3:44 left to play in the Select Air third quarter. This is Morgan, guarded by Demetrius Johnson. Pull-up jumper from Chandler Harvey, a little too strong, and it's rebounded underneath by Demetrius Johnson.
And the Raiders are getting clean looks at the elbow.
Thornhill to the hoop. Look out. Lay-in won't go down. Sorry.
They're getting clean looks down there on the other end at the elbow. We're screening. We're ball moving. They're moving the ball. They're ball screening. And they're getting some uncontested shots. They just haven't gone in.
That is the 4th foul on Buster Henderson, so that is not good news for the Appomattox Raiders.
No,
Buster Henderson, one of those guys that
them, and their goal tonight, that's for sure.
Henderson is a legit athlete, very good football player, and a very good basketball player. Thornhill's first one, no good off the back iron. He is visibly frustrated with himself. Yeah. 3:27 left to play in the third. It's a 4-point Colonel lead.
Throw line a little bit, I've talked to him a little bit. I told him he needs to throw the deep ball, the long deep ball with a little air under it instead of the out sometimes on his free throws. That was a little better.
Yep, second one will trickle in and fall down. Thornhill 2 for 4 on the night from the charity stripe. Colonel's up 5.
When I told him that, he looked at me and I didn't know what I was talking about. No surprise.
27-22, Appomattox basketball. This is Khalil McCoy. Tried to dump it off to a teammate, Graves, and he couldn't come up with it. Here come the Colonels in transition the other way. Thornhill, long strides to the hoop. Finger roll, layup will go down.
Absolutely. Good strong move. Saw the lane. Timeout Appomattox.
Nelson Dews nearly had a steal before the timeout. Travis Cottrell wants to take it and discuss some things with his ball club. Altavista up 5. 3:06 left to play in the third quarter on 105.5 KD Country.
It's cold in here. Will your heating system keep you warm this winter, or will you spend a cold evening shivering under the covers? Have your heating system inspected today by Tyree Little's Heating and Cooling. Kent Tyree has over 20 years experience and specializes in heating, air, plumbing, and electrical. Licensed and bonded. Call for an appointment today. 309-2266. 309-2266. Tyree Little's Heating and Cooling.
Here's more award-winning high school sports with Kyle and Oscar on 105.5 KD Country.
Saturday night hoops here at Altavista High School. What a good crowd we have.
Great crowd. Got a lot going on, man. We got Pink out, and they had a cheer clinic today, and we got some cheer munchkins up there in the stands, and great crowd, great environment.
Yeah, they did a little performance there with the Altavista cheerleaders at halftime.
I might even have known one of those little girls up there.
Uh-oh. Well,
yeah.
That's exciting stuff, too.
I'm trying to get her to play basketball. It hasn't worked yet.
There's still time.
That's right.
There's still time.
She's young. Exactly.
Appomattox basketball in the backcourt. They trail by 5. Travis Cottrell burned another timeout. He's down to just 1. I have a feeling he'd like to save it in his pocket for late in the fourth quarter if it got close.
He's going to have to keep that one up his sleeve unless it gets really bad.
Tage working against Michi Malback.
Pressure by Michi.
Yep. Gets it over in the wing to Chandler Harvey. Harvey bounced past top of the key to McCoy. Now Harvey's going to start with the dribble down the right side of the paint, but he'll back it out. Steal by Nelson Dews. Here comes Nelson Dews down the left side to the hoop. Right hand finish won't fall. Thornhill's there with the left hand. That won't go out of bounds off of Altavista.
Good great job there by the Colonels defensively. They sped up Appomattox, got the turnover, just couldn't convert it at the other end.
Yeah, I think we think of Nelson Dews as, like I said, a long-range specialist, but Nelly is a very good defender, too.
And Nelly's got to work on finishing that off.
Darius Johnson got up in the air and came down hard on a Appomattox player. He went for the pump fake. The player is still down. That's Khalil McCoy. McCoy went down hard, and he stayed down.
Yeah.
Jim went silent there for a while, but now he's back up. He still does not appear to be in the best shape right now. And a couple Colonel players making sure that he's okay.
Yeah, it looks like he's okay. Good pump fake, and unfortunately Darius on top of him there.
Yeah, Darius taking the aggressive.
Neither one of them looked like they were seriously hurt, because that can be a scary thing for both kids.
Sure. Darius went with the aggressive play there, and it's actually going to call it an on-the-floor foul.
Yeah.
McCoy is going to stay in the ball game, though, so that's good to see. Shaking off the cobwebs a bit, I think. Darius is going to come out for a break. That's his third foul. 29-22. Altavista on top by 5. 2:30 left to play here in the third
Sometimes,
quarter.
as long as Demetrius and Darius are, the best thing they could do is stand over with their hands up and make the kids shoot over them. I know they're so aggressive, it's hard for them to want to do that. Good shot there by Appomattox again.
Yeah, that was Page. 17-footer from the left wing falls down. Lead is trimmed to 5. 29-25.
Page said well of a ball game tonight.
Yeah, he really has. He's at 16 right now, and we've still got 2 minutes and 16 seconds left to play in the third and the fourth quarter.
Well,
That's
and
just
a
regulation.
testament to him, they've been a very unforced 16.
Yeah.
I don't think he's played selfishly at all. He's done a good job.
Good point. Malback looking for somebody to throw the inbounds pass to. He does. Bounces it about
There you
5
go.
feet to Demetrius
That's what
Johnson.
you gotta make
Johnson
the hay.
to
Good
the
job
hoop.
there.
Count the basket and more.
Great
Demetrius
job.
Johnson headed to the free throw
Yes,
line.
sir. Power move, right hand, one dribble, and go to the rack.
31-24. Colonels on top by 7. Chance to make it more here from the free throw stripe for
See
Demetrius
if we
Johnson.
make a free throw. Bend our knees.
Yeah, Colonels haven't been fantastic, but shooting 57%
There you go.
as a team on the
That's better.
season. That one will fall down for Demetrius. 32-24, Altavista on top. 2:09 left to play in the Select Air third quarter. Graves catches at the right wing. Tried to penetrate, but cut off. Back to Harvey. Now left wing over to Chase Mayberry. Mayberry, nice backdoor bounce pass to Page, but it was rejected away by Demetrius Johnson. Colonels can't control the loose ball, and they're going to whistle, I believe, Nelson Dews with a foul.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be a two-shot foul. Great cut there, great pass. Colonel athletic ability, able to catch up to it and get a block, but at the same time, that Max keeps scrapping. 50-50 ball. Next thing you know, they're at the free throw line with a chance maybe to cut into this lead a little bit.
Second foul on Nelson Dews. Fourth one on Altavista as a team. It's Markel Morgan towing the charity stripe from 15 away for Appomattox. First free throw off the back plate, no good. 1:54 left to play in the third quarter, Ty Gafford. What do you think Appomattox has to do to pick up their score?
Well,
pace?
you know, they got to pick up their pace a little bit. You know, they've been patient all night long. I think they get into the fourth quarter here, though. You don't want to run out of time. So you're going to have to maybe look for a little bit quicker shot. Certainly got to continue to try and stop penetration like they just did there, and maybe take a little bit more, be a little bit more opportunistic on offense.
Nelson Dews with the steal and a save. Nelson ended up in about the third row. Colonel's having a hard time holding on to it, though. Matt Page took it away, but now he's out of bounds in the first row.
Great hustle by both groups. Nelson into the expensive seats.
Yeah.
And who was that just there? I think
That was Matt Page.
Yeah,
that ended
Page
up
all
in
over the floor. He's
front row,
in
yeah.
the expensive seats too. So no Spike Lee sitting over there.
No, ball back on the near sideline. Will throw it inbounds. Juan's just going to hold it on his hip. Travis Cottrell's going to tell his defense, hey, you got to go out there and guard.
Yeah, they got to come out and guard. They're behind. They can't sit back there and wait.
32-25.
I just kind of played into the Colonel's hands, a little bit more athletic, able to get to the rim.
That's exactly right. McClure had it left wing. Now it's over to the right side in Thornhill. Thornhill will move quickly to his left. Left side it goes to Michi Malback. Malback inside the free throw line. Lay in is good.
Great
Michi
job.
Malback.
Yes, sir.
Impressive, quick slashing
Looked
move
like he
to the
was
hoop.
catching a slant in the slot there when he exploded to the rim. That was good.
Quick burst there from Malback. They throw it down low. Morgan lost it out of bounds off of the Raiders. Colonel's up 9 and threatening to turn it into double digits
Yeah,
here.
they are. At Max, I think, getting a little frustrated. Testament again to the Colonels. And kind of slowly but surely, the Colonels are stretching that lead a little bit.
Yep, 55 seconds left to play in the quarter. Colonels would probably hold for one if they could. We'll see how much Appomattox forces the issue. Juan bounce pass to Nelson. Nelson steps into a three. Off the back iron, no good. Long rebound recovered outside the paint by number 10. That's DJ Smith for the Raiders. Down to 37 seconds left. Mayberry has it. Now stolen away. Here comes Thornhill the other way, and Thornhill fouled as he was getting into
and
the
probably
attack.
a good foul there. Make Juan go to the free throw line maybe and earn it. You don't want him to break away and get the crowd going one of those thunder dunks. So probably not a bad idea to do that. Hit that play.
Yeah, those monster dunks that Thornhill has, they may only be worth 2 points on the scoreboard, but I am of the opinion that they get the momentum going. So they might be worth more than two.
Even more in high school basketball because it's not as rare. I mean, it's not as common. And when you have that happen, it can be a momentum changer for game changer, we like to say.
Yeah. Thornhill missed the free throw. McClure grabbed the rebound, but they're going to whistle McClure for the old on-the-back violation.
Yeah.
Josh stuck it up and in after that, but wiped those points off the board. 32 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Appomattox down 9. They'll have the basketball. Matt Page throws it in the corner to Dre Davis. Davis working with the right-hand dribble, throws a bullet pass to the wrong team. Up ahead it goes to Michi Malbeck. Malbeck slashing to the hoop hard, gets it to go. Oh, and they're going to whistle Thornhill with the goaltender.
Yeah, still in the cylinder. Juan made a good play, meets a tough layup, but it didn't come out of the cylinder yet.
Yeah, Juan had no way of knowing whether the shot was going to fall down, and the way it was rattling around, I can't blame Juan for trying to flush it back in
and
there.
you almost got to take that chance with him. He had timed it. He was hoping it'd come off clean, but it didn't.
Down to 10. Page will try the three. Front of the iron, no good. Fell down on the box out. Basketball out of bounds. Let's see who this is on. I'm not sure. Is it on number 10, Darius Johnson? No, it's on number 10, DJ
right.
Smith for Appomattox.
Right. Page got hit on the jump shot. Maybe probably could have gotten a foul there, but on the box out, 1-1, 4 seconds left.
Juan Thornhill headed back to the free throw line, and look at that. Michi Malbeck telling Thornhill, giving him a few pointers out there as he steps to the line.
Throw the deep ball.
Yeah. I'm sure it's not anything Juan hasn't heard before,
There
but
you
maybe
go.
Michi just with a refresher, and Michi's whatever he said worked out because Juan make the first one.
Absolutely. Well, so much can be said for senior leadership, you know, and seniors being out there on the floor, and you cannot substitute for that. Can't do it.
Second one up. That one's off the back iron and down. Juan sinks both. We're down to 3 seconds. Long half-court shot up, won't touch anything, and we have played 3 quarters. The Colonels, they lead by 11. One more quarter of regulation on the way when you come back to 105.5 KD Country.
We're back at Bug Motors on Highway 29, 3 miles south of the Lynchburg Airport. We're talking with Joe, one of the owners at Bug Motors.
Hey, thanks, Dave. Here at Bug Motors, we take our customer service as our highest priority. That's why we have our ASE certified master technicians go through every vehicle before it hits the lot, making sure we can deliver our highest quality product to the public. We not only want to take care of the customer beforehand, but for the years to come as well. And remember, you can buy a car anywhere, but you can only buy us here at Bug Motors. Visit bugmotors.com for more information.
More live high school sports action on 105.5 KD Country.
Colonels are on the road at Rustburg Tuesday night, at home against Rustburg Wednesday night, and then in Naruna to take on the William Campbell Generals Thursday night. That's the schedule for a 3-game week next week, but we still got 1 quarter to finish up here, Ty Gafford. And Appomattox, again, the great first quarter. Since then, the Colonels' defense has really tightened up.
Colonel D's tightened up on them. They forced them, continue forcing them some bad shots. Page hasn't scored as much, as he did, obviously, the first quarter. So, good job by the Colonels, kind of systematically stretching that lead out there to where we are now.
Yeah, Altavista with a 13-8 quarter lead in the third. Select their fourth quarter. About to get underway as soon as Michi Malbeck gets it inbounds. He does, throws it in the backcourt to Thornhill. Looks like Appomattox is going to match up in the man-to-man defense again. And we'll see how long they stay in it.
Yeah, man-to-man. Send that cutter through. It's man-to-man. If you don't know what it is, send the cutter through the lane. He goes with you. It's man. If he stays, chances are he's playing his own.
That's good coaching right there from one of the best, I think, Coach Ty Gafford.
I don't know. There would be a lot of people that would debate that one, that's for sure.
Well, that's what those talk shows are for. we can't debate here. We can just call the action.
I always said I had good players. When you win, the players are good. When you lose, it's your fault.
That's exactly right.
Coach.
Brother Demetrius throws it in the middle of the paint to brother Darius, and Darius is fouled on the catch. So Darius Johnson going to go to the free throw line and shoot a 1-and-1 for Altavista. Darius has 7 so far on the evening. On the court right now, it is the aforementioned Darius and Demetrius Johnson, Juan Thornhill, Michi Malbeck, and Josh McClure.
Don't be surprised Colonel starts to pound it down low a little bit here now. Get the big fellas involved here late in the game. Lead starting to grow a little bit. Max starting to get in a little foul trouble. Legs starting to get a little heavy, and those big guys can start to take a toll on you down there in the paint.
Yeah, Buster Henderson back on the floor now. He is playing with 4 fouls for the Appomattox Raiders. Darius Cans 2 of 2, so the Colonels are up 38-25. Page will bring it in the front court, just using the right hand only. Now he goes over to the left wing to Buster Henderson. That's Chandler Harden. Throws it baseline to Page. Page got free and then swatted away by Josh McClure right at the doorstep.
That's an example of he had a 5-footer, he didn't shoot it, and one more dribble, now all of a sudden he's got traffic around him. Whereas he just shoots a 5-footer, good shooter like himself, ball goes in probably. So
Charles defense closed quickly. Appomattox will get it in.
sometimes your natural instinct is to want to get close to the rim, but you got to shoot that ball in the rhythm. He caught it, he was open, trying to get a layup, but our guys converted on it pretty quick.
Markel Morgan stepping on the baseline, out of bounds. That's a turnover. And now the Colonels are going to race this one into the front court. Their basketball, they're up 13. Under 7 to play in the Select Air fourth quarter. Thornhill has it just right of center. He'll back it up towards the half-court stripe. Now he'll inch it closer to the right wing, three-point line. He'll send it over left wing to Josh McClure. McClure back to Thornhill. 6:40 left to play in the ballgame. Thornhill, shake and bake, spin move at the edge of the paint, to the rack, count the basket.
Great job. Help went away, and Juan waited for the help to clear, and to the rim he went.
The rest of the Colonel's defense was in the backcourt, but Michi Malbeck
always say as coaches, the ball has the right of way. A lot of times you see kids, they'll stand there and stand in the way because their defenders now standing there too. But you see that ball coming at you, you go away from it, take the help away. Now the driving lane's there to go to the basket.
Great point. Colonel's up 15. Boy, feels weird saying that. It feels much closer than that, but the Colonels do lead 40-25. Oh, Malbeck with the pickpocket right at half court. Going down the left side of the paint. Can't get the left-hand lay-in to go down. That Page got down there, and Malbeck stole it back again. Just took it right away from him. Like a magic trick there. Malbeck, head fake to the paint, throws up another lay-in, and this will go down. Circus shot from Michi Malbeck.
Absolutely. Great move by Michi again, taking the contact, going to the hole. Didn't get the foul call. Maybe thought he was going to get on the first one. But he looked like he was in Times Square at 12 o'clock on December 31st there, bro.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. Timeout on the court by the Appomattox Raiders. Let's take it to Colonels up 17. Less than 6 to play in regulation on 105.5 KD Country.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in Virginia are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Brought to you by English Construction Company, with offices in Lynchburg.
Back to the press box for high school sports on 105.5 KD Country.
Colonels, they're up 42-25. If Appomattox is entertaining comeback notions, they better get busy. And I'm worried for the Raiders' sake that last sequence there where Michi Malbeck got not one but 2 pickpocket steals might have broken Appomattox' spirit a little bit.
Yeah, you kind of start to see the shoulders go a little bit. Defensive pressure's taking its toll. I think we got a kid in for Appomattox. Maybe we hadn't seen the first time tonight.
Yeah, Deshae Wilson has checked in the ball game for his first action. He's going to try a 3 right as soon as he gets out there. Instant
there
off.
you go.
Deshae Wilson.
Just add water.
42-28. Maybe Appomattox not done
just
yet.
Going back in the day, but some people might remember Vinnie Johnson of the Detroit Pistons.
Oh, yeah.
Microwaves. There
Absolutely.
You go.
We need to nickname one of these Colonels the Microwave. 42-28. Thornhill with the basketball.
I think my game was described as more like a crock pot when I played. It took me a long time.
Took a long time to heat up.
Yeah.
Thornhill lost the basketball out of bounds. Just didn't really control the dribble. And it'll be Raider ball here along the baseline in front of us. Appomattox right to left scoring in this half. And it was interesting because Juan Thornhill and I were in the Appomattox gymnasium in the lobby looking at the trophies. And I said, I think Ty Gafford's got a trophy in here somewhere. And he said he must have pushed it to the back.
Way back. I don't know if there anything ever existed with my name on it. Yeah, man.
Here's Buster Henderson, top of the key, guarded by Juan. Buster fell down, but he's able to shovel it off to a teammate, Morgan, and then Morgan walked to the right side of the paint.
And that's the thing. The ball was on the right side of the floor. Throw it to the top, goes back right. Defense never moves. Driving lanes are created when the ball goes to the other side of the floor. So if you want to drive, you got to wait for the defense to shift, catch them out of position, maybe go to the hole. But if you're going back same side ball game, guys going to be standing in the way.
I love it. Coach Gafford breaking down the finer points of offensive strategy here on KD Country. 42-28, Malbeck driving. Now he dishes over to Nelson Dews. Thornhill thought about a left corner three. Back to Dews. Now over right wing to Michi Malbeck. Michi Malbeck about 5 feet behind the three-point arc. Montague had it briefly. Now down low it goes to Demetrius Johnson. Count the basket. How about that? All 5 Colonels touched it.
Well, all
five
five all touched it, and you know what goes unseen is the value of Donnie there, because you got a 6'5" kid over on the wing making an entering pass, and rarely in high school basketball at this level you have a kid that can stand over there and look over top of the kid guarding them and throw it to another 6'5" kid down low. So Donnie's size, huge advantage right there.
Great point. Passing angles created by the 6'5" frame of Donovan Montague. 44-28. There's a foul as Appomattox is trying to get it in bounds. I think they whistled Michi Malbeck for that one.
Got him on a hole.
Michi disagreed, and now there's a technical foul on the Altavista Colonels, and it is on Michi Malbeck. Didn't really see much in the body language from Michi there.
No,
but
didn't see. He must have said something. I don't know, but something caught the attention of the official. So that's the last thing you want to do, obviously, is give the Raiders a chance to score with the clock not running. That's not good.
Yeah, great point. Let's reset things here. 4:26 left to play in regulation. It's a 44-28 Altavista Colonel lead. Colonels trailed after the first quarter, but they quickly grabbed the lead. Just one lead change tonight, and Altavista has been on top ever since. Michi is one of those guys. He's a passionate guy. He wears these emotions on his sleeve. And I've always said he always seems to have a running dialogue going on with somebody, and sometimes that can burn Michi.
Yeah, it does. I agree. He's emotional, and I think that's kind of how he's wired. It gets him going. And obviously when he can channel it, he's pretty good. But when he gets frustrated sometimes, I think that's, he's not as effective as he could be.
First free throw up. It's number 2, Deshae Wilson, doing the honors on the shooting, and he misses the first one. It'll be Appomattox basketball after the second one. Oh, wow, okay, that was the 1-and-1. Deshae Wilson was the one that was fouled. They're going to have Chandler Harvey shoot the technical fouls. So never fails that we get confused over here down in the corner court side. First one up for Chandler Harvey. First one good. 44-29 now the score. Colonel's still up by 15. Or up by as much as 18 at one point.
Right.
Second one falls down for Harvey as well. Raider basketball, they'll inbound on the sideline. It's a near sideline from our perspective. Looks like Demetrius Johnson headed to the scorer's table, and he will get back in before Appomattox sends him in. He'll replace Donovan Montague. So he'll replace Nelson Dews. It's Montague, Demetrius Johnson, Darius Johnson, Juan Thornhill, and Josh McClure. Colonel's up 14.
Substitution there by Coach Carlero. Good job there of getting the big back on the floor, maybe the defensively.
Deshae Wilson, long chest pass, right wing to Chandler Harvey. Harvey will work it to his left, back to the middle of the court. Now Buster Henderson has it. Pump fake over left wing. Deshae Wilson will fire again from the free throw line. No good. Rebounded by Darius Johnson.
Got himself open with a good move, and then he just rushed his shot. Maybe thought somebody was coming from somewhere else, maybe to contest it. So
halfway home through the fourth quarter. We got 3:58 left to play. Demetrius, pull up, free throw line, jump shot. No good. Montague battling for the rebound, hugs the basketball in tight. They'll call a jump ball tie-up situation. Possession arrow favoring Appomattox. Officials are going to talk things over a bit in the huddle there.
Good job by Donnie. I tell you what, he went in there after it.
All right, Appomattox basketball. They trail by 14. Colonels have gotten, I'd say, a little lackadaisical here just in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, stopped scoring, gotten a little sloppy there with the ball handling and maybe some shot selection, but
some of it might be human nature. Deshae Wilson pump fakes 1-3. Now he tries another. Won't go down. Long rebound recovered by Chandler Harvey and the Appomattox Raiders. Harvey off to Khalil McCoy. That one won't go down. Khalil McCoy got his own rebound. That's blocked away by Darius Johnson, but they're going to whistle somebody with a foul. I'm not sure it was Darius, though. I think somebody might have got McCoy with the body inside.
Yeah, got him with the body. And you're right. It is human nature. You look up there, you got a 14, 15-point lead late in the game. Potentially maybe it was relaxed a little bit, take a couple questionable shots, and then next thing you know, the lead shrunk a little bit. I'm surprised if number DePay's kid is not in foul trouble. Is he out for the night?
He is out. I think he has 3 fouls, to be honest, Mr. Gafford.
I'm in a wonderment why he's sitting over here on the sideline.
I am too. First free throw went down. Second one was too short. Recovered by the Colonels. 44-31. Altavista on top.
As if you're trying to get back in the game quickly, he's got the ability to help you do that. You can't do that when he's sitting over there.
Unless it's possibly some sort of an injury situation. Maybe Coach Mike Cardellaro wants to take a timeout. 44-31. Altavista on top by 13. A little over 3 minutes to play in the fourth on 105.5 KD Country.
A short drive will save you money.
In the market for a new Chevrolet? Fellers Chevrolet.
FellersDirect.com.
For a huge selection of new Chevrolets and pre-owned vehicles, it's Fellers Chevrolet.
FellersDirect.com.
FellersDirect.com. Selection. Convenience. Fellers Chevrolet.
Fellers Chevrolet.
Always open and only a click away.
FellersDirect.com.
A short drive will save you money. Fellers Chevrolet in Altavista.
Your high school sports station with award-winning coverage on 105.5 KD Country.
Sound engineer Eleanor Haney back at home base doing a bang-up job as always. Colonels been doing a pretty good job. Their lead has been trimmed to 13, though. 3:14 left to play in the ball game. We mentioned Altavista trailed after one. They've been up as much as 18, but Appomattox is really putting together a pretty decent comeback effort here. It hasn't exactly been fast and furious. They've just sort of whittled away at the lead.
Yeah, they have. Agree with you wholeheartedly, but, again, with 3 minutes left to go, you wonder, clock's now an issue. You're running out of time, and they're going to have to, that's where the three-point line obviously has a lot of value. But the Colonels play such good defense, that's going to be a tall order, I think.
Sure. Colonels, I would assume, on offense are going to try and spread this court and take up as much time as they can. Not going to completely give up scoring options. In fact, here goes Demetrius Johnson to the hoop. Blocking foul as Demetrius went with the power move from the left side.
Yeah, you had two guards down there, and they see big number 5 coming at them, and I don't know if either one of them were eager to stand in there and take that one in the chest.
Yeah, it's tough to take that charge, too, when you turn your body, but
right.
You try and keep your body still when Demetrius Johnson is coming.
No, I don't think I'd do that. And, to be honest with you, coaches aren't going to call it when you turn your shoulders like that.
Yeah, that's the thing about that charge call is Demetrius sinks the first free throw. The defensive player's got to get everything.
Yeah, you got to get it all set, and you got to be willing to stay in there and take the punishment. The moment you turn, duck, and cover, it's not going to go your way.
All right, Matt Page has checked back in the ball game for Appomattox. He's been the big threat, 16 points on the night. Let's see if he can get hot for the Raiders down the stretch. Second one up for Demetrius. Count the second one. Good job by Demetrius from the free throw strike. 15-point lead the Colonels have got it back to. 46-31. We're under 3 to play. Head fake for Harvey. Right wing. Looking for help. Finds Morgan at the free throw line. 16-footer won't fall. There's Donovan Montague with the long rebound.
We'll finally see Page enter the game here, but I don't know. I think it may be too little too late.
Maybe.
Coming in with about 2.5 minutes left, unless there's a serious run coming.
Steal there by Chandler Harvey. No, Donovan Montague's got it back. Head fake. Montague, nice move inside.
Play. Heads up. There he goes. Smart to Donnie again. Pump fake up and under and lay it up.
Just Donovan's first 2 points of the game, but he certainly had an impact and nearly a steal out front.
Yep,
They're going
all
to
over the
support
place
with the foul. Good job by Montague.
Donnie does a lot of things not going to show up in the stat book the next day, I can tell you that. But he's giving a lot of effort out there and doing a lot of little things.
Yep, he's headed to the free throw line as Morgan just sort of ran him over trying to get the basketball
we
back.
call those guys glue guys, man. They stick and hold together.
That's what they called me, except they said that my glue didn't hold.
No, they said I was slow as glue.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. 17-point lead for the Colonels. Montague can make it 18 or 19. This is a double bonus foul. First one's off the back iron, too strong, no good. 2:19 left to play. You're right, Appomattox really is running out of time. They're going to have to do everything absolutely perfect, and the Colonels may have to even help them out a little bit.
Yeah, it would have to take, I think, not good moments there by the Colonels to let them get back in the game here.
Second one by number 3, Donovan Montague, does go down for the Altavista Colonels. Their lead is 18 now. Buster Henderson's going to try a 3. It's good.
There you go. Hey, you at least got some help. A little draw and kick again. Draw a defense to you in the lane, kick it out the backside, and stand still 3.
Good stroke by Buster Henderson, who's played the entire fourth quarter with 4 fouls. Thornhill lost it at the top of the key. Here comes Devon Graves. That won't go down, but Henderson's there for the putback.
Yeah, Long a little careless with the ball there at the top. And, again, quick basket. Timeout by Coach Cardellaro.
Colonels had a hard time getting it inbounds, and Appomattox is on a 5-0 run. Let's take the timeout with them. 49-36.
Do
Altavista on top.
Cannot turn the ball over at the top of the circle.
Well, Thornhill, that's a rare miscue for him, and Appomattox took advantage. Timeout here. Colonel lead with 1:49 left to play on 105.5 KD Country.
Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving family since 1905. Personal, memorable memorial moments, celebrating life and more. Pre-arrangements with confidence, trust and care from our family to yours. Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving family since 1905.
Now back to the action with Colonel Sports on 105.5 KD Country.
49-36, Altavista on top. Shout out to our very dear friend, the commish, John Krikora. He, I don't know if he's great at anything, golf, bowling, etc., but he's good at a lot of things.
He
He's
is
one of those guys.
He is. He's one of those jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Man. Absolutely.
15-point lead for the Colonels. 14-point lead. I'm sorry. Great math. Or is it a 13-point lead? Boy, you were a history guy. I was an English guy.
I'm not going to even step in there and try and help.
49-36.
Right.
It's a 13-point lead. There has been a couple times when the scoreboard was a little bit incorrect, but this time the scoreboard is right. We were wrong. It's a 13-point lead for Altavista. Not a rare miscue from this broadcaster, but we'll try and clean it up in the last 90 seconds. Demetrius, double team, looking for help. Got it to Juan. Juan with the right-handed jam.
Colonel spread the floor a little bit, overplaying, knowing that Max got overplay, and Juan goes back door and finishes.
Great feed there by Demetrius Johnson to find him, and then Juan with the power right-hand dunk. Harvey tried to put up a shot. Jump ball called there right at the left edge of the paint, 10 feet away. Possession arrow this time favors the Altavista Colonels. 51-36. And now it's a 15-point lead.
Right.
Maybe I was just doing a little foreshadowing there. Spoiler alert, it's a 15-point lead now. 105 left to play in the ball game.
I'd be surprised to see the Raiders foul here.
It doesn't look like they're going to. I think they're just going to, like you said, let it play out. If they can get another steal and a three-pointer, then Travis Cottrell might try something. Foul there as Buster Henderson and Demetrius Johnson got tangled up the three-point line. I think it's going to go against Buster Henderson, even though he took the worst of it.
Yeah, he got the wrong end of that one. I don't know if he was just trying to step in there and draw a charge or what, but it didn't look like he impeded Demetrius' progress at all.
Fifth one on Buster Henderson, so he is done for the night. And, man, that Buster Henderson is some athlete.
Played hard tonight, yes, absolutely.
I love watching him. I know Coach Cartolero loves watching him when he's not coaching against him. It's one of those type of guys.
Hard-working kid. He played a great game.
All right, Demetrius will toe the free throw line here. Demetrius is 3 for his last 3 of 4 on the night. This is, again, a two-shot foul. Double bonus here for the Colonels. Up, rattles, won't fall down. 54 seconds left to play in the ball game as some fans now starting to file out.
Yeah, starting to.
Still feels close to 15 points.
It does, and I think it's been a testament to Appomattox. They kept the pace where they needed it all night long to have a chance. So, wasn't until late here in the game that the Colonels were able to stretch it up there pretty good.
Demetrius Johnson makes the back end of the double bonus there for the Altavista Colonels. Down to 45 seconds left. Raiders not in a big rush, but they're trying to score. Harvey off the right side of the window, and it will fall down. 2 more points for Chandler Harvey and 2 more for the Appomattox Raiders. 52-38. Michi Malbach's going to race it into the front court, weaving in and out of traffic for the Colonels. Thornhill grabs it momentarily and then right back to Michi. Harvey's playing defense on him, not fouling, but playing close. Montague had it, didn't know what to do with it, so he flipped it to Demetrius Johnson. First one won't go, second one will.
Demetrius Johnson, that's always a good option. When you don't know what to do, throw it in there for 5 or 10, and they'll probably do something good with it.
3 ball up from Harvey, side of the iron, no good. Rebound loose, Demetrius has it. He'll race it into the front court, down to 4 seconds. Demetrius for the shot, and it will go down. 3.9 seconds left, and Demetrius trying to put the cherry on top now as the Colonels really just taking a victory lap. The win is secure, just a question about how much.
Make sure you're glad to not see anything happen there. Maybe Demetrius comes down awkwardly or something with a knee or ankle or whatever late in the game like that. Kudos to Appomattox player for not doing anything it wasn't good. So.
Yep. Colonels will back everybody off the free throw line, and Juan Thornhill and one of the officials, our good buddy Mike Foran, sharing a little bit of the laugh. Free throw will go in, so the Colonels stretch the lead to 19, and Matt Page is going to have to try and get up a buzzer beater for Appomattox. He'll get it to the NBA range. It's up, in and out, no good, and that's your final. 57-38. Colonels win by 19, but it was hard fought. Subway postgame show on the way when you come back to 105.5 KD Country.
No one knows trucks like we know trucks. Come see us and you'll agree. From small to tall, we've got it all. Highview Motors, GMC. Come on in. Bring the family. See your friends at Highview Motors, GMC. From small to tall, we've got it all. Highview Motors, GMC.
Unfortunately, I have some bad news.
How bad is it, Doctor?
We've done all we can. Your heat pump's not gonna make it.
Oh, no.
Honey, it's going to be okay. We'll call Select Air Mechanical and Electrical, 332-2600. With over 60 years experience, they'll have us comfortable again in no time.
I recommend Select Air to all my patients. Call 332-2600 or visit selectairmechanical.com. They can handle all your home comfort needs, and they're an authorized trained dealer. It's hard to stop a train.
My friends call me the perfectionist, but English's Building Supply, my neighborhood Glidden paint dealer, they greet me by name. You see, I like to get things exactly right, especially when it comes to my painting projects. So I'm at English's Building Supply a lot, whether it's mixing the perfect Glidden paint for my project or offering great incentives. They do business just the way I like it, perfectly. English's on North Main Street, Altavista.
Your home for Colonel sports coverage. 105.5 KD Country.
Subway postgame show on here from Altavista High School. The Colonels get a 19-point win. I did the math right on that one, folks. 57-38. If you joined us late, boy, this was a far different scene in the first quarter. Appomattox took a 13-7 lead at the end of one. Colonels didn't get their first field goal until about halfway through the first quarter. So this, again, like I said, really was a different scene early. Colonels played great through three quarters, though. They outscored Appo 16-4 in the second quarter, 13-8 in the third, 19-13 in the fourth. Appomattox threatened there late. They got the lead down to 13, but, boy, for the most part, Colonel's just very, very tough, very, very strong. I'm Kyle Haney. I was joined tonight by Ty Gafford. He's doing his principal duties right now. I think he's going to try and drop back by here for some of the Subway post-game show. While I figure that out, let's give you a chance to win with Subway right now. Post the word warm to the KD Country Facebook page, and you can win yourself a foot-long meal deal courtesy of Subways in Altavista. The word we want you to post is warm because it was so warm and nice out there today, and tomorrow is supposed to be even better, Ty Gafford. I think, what do they say, mid-60s tomorrow? Is it February or April?
Yeah, I think it's starting to be close. I'm hoping for a little more taste of April there, but I predict that there might be a little white golf ball in my future tomorrow.
I think so. I thought you were going to predict that there was going to be some white stuff in the
No. Once I get to
there.
February, I don't want that. I'm ready to get on with it. So.
I know. It's crazy because you think back to last year, a lot of it did come in late February and March. So keep your fingers crossed.
Absolutely.
Unless you want the snow, of course.
Right.
In that case, do your snow dance or something.
Well, I don't know, but the sooner we can get to March Madness, I'm okay with that too.
Yeah, March is a wonderful time. Postseason basketball going on. You got your spring sports getting ready to start. It's very exciting times here. As I said, Ty Gafford doubling as the principal, too. He's not just a color commentator, folks.
I got a little bit of everything going on tonight, I tell you.
But fun night tonight, 57-38. Colonels get the win. We'll bring it all back, take one quick time out here, and then we'll come back with some stats. We'll talk a little bit about the game and what to look forward to next week for the Colonels. They win by 19 over Appomattox. You heard it all live on 105.5 KD Country.
Finch and Finch Funeral and Cremation Service. A family serving family since 1905. Personal, memorable memorial moments, celebrating life and more. serving families since 1905.
It's cold in here. Will your heating system keep you warm this winter, or will you spend a cold evening shivering under the covers? Have your heating system inspected today by Tyree Little's Heating and Cooling. Kent Tyree has over 20 years experience and specializes in heating, air, plumbing, and electrical. Licensed and bonded. Call for an appointment today. 309-2266. 309-2266. Tyree Little's Heating and Cooling.
We're back at Bug Motors on Highway 29, 3 miles south of the Lynchburg Airport. We're talking with Joe, one of the owners at Bug Motors.
Hey, thanks, Dave. You know, here at Bug Motors, we take our customer service as our highest priority. That's why we have our ASE certified master technicians go through every vehicle before it hits the lot, making sure we can deliver our highest quality product to the public. We not only want to take care of the customer beforehand, but for the years to come as well. And remember, you can buy a car anywhere, but you can only buy us here at Bug Motors. Visit bugmotors.com for more information.
Your station for high school sports play-by-play is 105.5 KD Country.
Subway postgame show returns here from Altavista High School. It's a 57-38 win for the Altavista Colonels. I mentioned Ty Gafford, not just the color commentator, but also the principal and also a father. I think now he's tracking down one of his kids somewhere. Now we found him, but the Colonels found a victory tonight. I just made the joke there, Mr. Gafford.
Is it where's Waldo? Is that where?
Yeah, I said he's not just a color commentator, but he's a principal and he's a dad.
Yeah.
You really multitask.
I got a little bit of everything going on. I don't know if I'm good at any of them, but a little bit of everything.
Our good buddy Todd Brittingham asked if he could get a shout-out on
Here's
the radio.
TV, man.
I said that we could not do it.
Oh,
wait, I guess we
I guess we just did. he puts it like, he hits it like John Dill. He puts it like Ray Charles, so.
Yeah, and
shout out to TV.
Yeah, he and his wife are Altavista people. They pull hard for the Colonels, I know, and he tunes in during football season a lot. Shout out to anybody else that's out there. Keep the texts and stuff coming. You can always message us at KD Country Facebook page. Hope you posted the word warm to the KD Country Facebook page for a chance to win a foot-long meal deal. All right, let's wrap this up so you can take care of all these other things you got to do there.
I got to clean up chairs and popcorn and all that good stuff.
All right, scoring tonight for the Appomattox Raiders. Deshae Wilson, 3 points. Chandler Harvey, 4 points. Khalil McCoy added 2. Buster Henderson with 5. Markel Morgan with 8. They were led by Matt Page with 16. On the other side for the Altavista Colonels, it's Michi Malbeck pitching in 4. Donovan Montague with 3. Darius Johnson with 9. Nelson Dews with 3. Josh McClure with 5. Juan Thornhill with 16. Impressive night again for Juan. And leading all scorers, Demetrius Johnson, 17 points. Ty Gafford, and it was 15 of those in the second half.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
a great second half of
Great
ball.
second half of basketball. Again, I think our big guys, I think everybody tries to take them away the first part of the game. And, as the game gets into the flow a little bit, they do a better job of posting up, and we start getting them the ball. I think we start to really focus on getting them the ball, and then, Demetrius just getting his legs back under him. So I wouldn't be surprised if you see a little bit more of that as the year progresses now, because he's had some time off. So his legs probably a little rested. So
that's a good point. Yeah, he may be fresher than some other guys.
Sometimes those things are a blessing in disguise. Obviously, you want him out there, but with football season as long as it was, obviously, and now that the season in its last regular season moments, his legs may be just a little fresher, which is always a good thing this time of year.
Yeah, we're into the stretch drive. Let's talk about where the Colonels are headed next. I mentioned it a bit earlier. It's at Rustburg Tuesday for the old Campbell County rivalry. Home against Rustburg Wednesday, home and home matchups like baseball season. Mm-hmm. And then Thursday, another county rival, the William Campbell Generals. So 3 games, back-to-back, 3 in a row. That'll wrap up the regular season. And then it's on to tournament time. It really is stretch drive time. And one more bit of color analysis from you, Mr. Gafford. You like where the Colonels sit here heading into the last week of the regular season?
I do. I think they're starting to find the rhythm a little bit. You always hear about good teams saying find the rhythm. They find the rhythm sharing the ball. Start to know where shots are going to come from on the floor, I think, as well as part of it. I think they've gotten their sea legs under them now some. And, I think teams going forward are going to really try and make the Colonels shoot the basketball from the outside. I mean, as a coach, I would say that's what I would have tried to do. And obviously, not being a very good coach probably wouldn't have worked. But I would say that's going to be the strategy going forward, is to make us shoot jump shots, try and cut off penetration, and keep the big guys off the board. So if we can continue to make some jump shots, keep the floor spread, I think they are going to be just fine.
Absolutely. What else is just fine? Our Chris Owen Allstate Insurance Agent Player of the Game Award. I traditionally go first for the non-Altavista Colonel team, so I'll keep that up tonight. I'm going to go Matt Page for the Appomattox Raiders. What a great game. What a great first half.
That wholeheartedly. Had a great game.
All right, now on the other side for the Colonels, it gets a little bit tougher. Juan was great. Darius was great, but Demetrius Johnson with the 15 second half points, a beast inside, controlled the glass, made his presence felt. I'm going to pick Demetrius Johnson, but feel free to go in another direction.
Absolutely. Don't disagree with you. I think everybody had their moments tonight, but I think, like you said, the second half by Demetrius allowed the Colonels to kind of keep stretching that lead there and putting pressure on Appomattox to have to score. So wholeheartedly agree with you there. Would have made a case for Donnie, though. I know it wouldn't, stat-wise, it wouldn't maybe be a very legitimate case to make, but he did a lot of intangible things tonight that you could say he had a good floor game, and I kind of like those blue guys a little bit.
Oh, I know. If you haven't seen Donovan Montague play, or this Colonel team in general, you got to come check them out. They're a real treat in person, and the light show, of course, unmatched, I think, at least on the high school level. And
I ain't down anybody beating
Chicago
that.
Bulls or something.
I don't know how I got roped into that one, but I did. And it's a great thing for our kids. So
well,
kids really like it.
Yeah, they love it. I love it. Love the fact that you stopped by and did the game with us tonight.
Thank you for having me. It's
Absolutely.
been a treat.
You got to stick around and let me tell you who brings us this ball game. Colonel basketball is presented by English Construction, wishing our high school athletes an exciting and injury-free game. Highview Motors GMC, from small to tall, Highview has it all. Tyree Little's Heating and Cooling, keeping you cool in the summer, warm in the winter, and comfortable in between. English Building Supply, your complete home center, and your Glidden Paint headquarters. Feller Chevrolet, a short drive will save you money. Finch & Finch Funeral and Cremation Services, a family serving family since 1905. Select Air Mechanical and Electrical, your authorized train dealer. It's hard to stop a train. Bug Motors, over 40 cars and trucks in stock, and I'm sure you've heard the Bug Motors Morning Show, your only place to win Regal Cinemas movie tickets. First National Bank, focused on providing an extraordinary customer experience, and, of course, our live internet broadcast at kdcountry.com or with the TuneIn app, is brought to you by Chris Owen, your Allstate agent in Lynchburg. That's going to do it for us. He's Ty Gafford. I'm Kyle Haney. Eleanor Haney was our sound engineer. For Mike Carlero and Donovan Montague, who we interviewed during the game, Colonels win 57-38. Honky Tonk Jukebox on right after us. Some great country music from the Sugar Daddy. It's all live on 105.5 KD Country.